I was on mute. Can't be bothered. Big up everybody that's locked in. Big up everybody. Like, subscribe. We got a double stream for you lot today. Obviously, you know the Royal Rumble stream will be later tonight, so keep a lookout for that. Transfer news. We are still on the road to transfer deadline day. The Caicedo transfer saga is only starting to get more and more juicier, even though I feel like we've already reached our conclusion in the story. It's clear that Arsenal don't think that's done. Chelsea don't think that's done either. So we'll see what happens on that front. There's also plenty to get into other than Caicedo. There's latest updates on Malo. As we know, he's already travelled to England to do his medical. Hopefully he gets announced during the stream. That would be really good. Mourinho. Jose wants round 3 at Chelsea. We'll discuss that. I'm sure that's going to be a very juicy topic to get into. What else do we have? Reece James back from fitness. A homegrown player potentially for sale, and Ornstein said Chalobah is one to keep an eye on. We'll have a discussion about that too. And yeah, big up everybody that's in here. We got nearly 200 of you lot in here already, even though it is a Saturday. Love to see it. Let me just sort out this camera a little bit. Yeah, that's the angle we'll go through. That's the angle we'll go for. Big up everybody that's in here, though. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button if you want to be the first to know whenever we go live, because we will be going live later tonight, so keep an eye out for that. What else? Jerseys FC, as always, check them out for the best affordable football kits out there. Use the code CarefreeLewisG for 20% off. And yeah, let's see what you man are saying. Spider OK says Caicedo to Chelsea, let's go, and stick a £10 tenner on Beta BF to KO Yard. Is this boxing? I don't really follow boxing like that, but maybe I'll see what the odds are. Maybe. Big up Arjan saying, I hope we don't get Caicedo for 90 million. We could have spent down Enzo Fernandez. I don't think we get either. I really don't think we get either of them. But Arsenal are not giving up. And Arsenal are the reason why Caicedo is now trying to push this. I think he was willing to wait till the summer with Chelsea. But now, because Arsenal are in here as well, and Arsenal are top of the league, they're fighting for the Premier League title, he sees it as a very easy way to win the league in his first season in the Premier League. Which I understand, but I also think he's kind of made Brighton stick to their stance a little bit more with the way that he's handled the transfer request. I can't lie, he's handled it really badly. And I think he's taken that advice from his new agency team. And it's not really a great start. He's basically burning his bridges with the Brighton fans. He's gonna go back to Brighton with his tail tucked between his legs too, because they're just not selling him. I know there's been talks of a £90 million price tag on his head. There is no price tag on his head. They're just not selling him. They will not sell him. You'd have to put stupid money on the table to turn their heads. And I don't think Arsenal will do that. I don't think Chelsea will do that either. Personally, I think Caicedo goes nowhere. But it's interesting to see them try. Apparently, 60 million plus 10 million in add-ons has been bidded by Arsenal. Florian Plettenberg has said it, as well as Simon Jones of the Daily Mail. I'll put that up on the big screen for you guys. There we go. Arsenal submitted a second offer worth up to 70 million for Moises Caicedo. But I still don't think it means they get their player. I still don't think it means that. Daniel says Chelsea will bid 80 plus 10. Watch. I don't think so. I don't think so. Would be nice, but I still just think he stays. I'd be very surprised if he goes anywhere. Well, we should bid 70 million plus Levi Colwill. Nah, keep Colwill. Colwill's having a good season on loan. I'd bring him back as depth, personally. Like, we can get Caicedo in the summer. Arsenal sign Caicedo, then Bowley spends the big bucks and brings in Enzo Fabregas. That's actually a really good name, David. I rate that one. Yeah, it would be mad if he does go to Arsenal. It would take a lot of pushing from Caicedo's front. But I just don't think it happens. I don't think it happens. Brighton have been really clear about their stance. They're just not selling him. They've already lost Trossard. They've lost Cucurella. They've lost Potter. They've lost their scouting system. They're not losing anything more. They're just not losing anything more. So I really don't think he goes anywhere. I don't care about Caicedo if we get Enzo Fernandez. I agree too, Henrik, but I just don't think we get him either. I don't think we get him either. I don't mind Potter being assistant manager when my guy Mourinho returns to the club. Let me know your thoughts on Jose. We will get into that in a couple seconds. We will get into that. You can just tell Arsenal don't know how to go about big signs. Yeah, screams Mudryk. Trying to unsettle the player, going for the player first, ignoring the stance of the selling club. Sounds very Arsenal, doesn't it? Maybe, hopefully, that puts us in the front running. If we're a bit more respectful about how we go through with this move, maybe we get the first pick at him in the summer. Because I tell you what, in the summer, I think it'll be a lot more even than just this. Caicedo right now prefers Arsenal. Just based off the way he's moving with all of this, he prefers Arsenal. And it makes sense. They're top of the league. He can go there and instantly contend for the league title. Here it's a bit longer. But in the summer, I think that might even itself out a little bit more. Or depending on Thomas Partey's situation, it might push Arsenal further into being in the front running. But we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Harrison Hunter says, I don't want Jose back a third time. His time being successful at a top club is over. I want to hold on to Jose for a couple minutes, but I'll save that comment and come back to it. Caicedo defo wants Arsenal, but this is probably the worst way to handle it. Arsenal aren't dropping 90 million. Yeah, he is throwing his toys out of the pram just a little bit. It's not a great move from him. It's really not a great move for him. I still think he gets his move eventually. But yeah, he's got a really tough reception to go back to. Fucking Lallana's going to give him another slap round the face. For those of you who don't know, apparently Trossard beefed Lallana before he left because Lallana didn't like the way he was moving in the dressing room or something along the lines of that. Caicedo might be next. Caicedo might be getting those licks when he comes back to the dressing room. It might be a bit long for him. Might be a bit long. Christensen falling in the background just like his Chelsea career. I respect the Danish Maldini, bruv, even though I need to respect him by getting some better sticky tape on here. But my guy's balling out at Barca, bruv. They're calling him the signing of the season over there. So let's put some respect on AC's name. Come on, my guy. Caicedo will get some in the summer. No way he can stay at Brighton long term now. Yeah, he's defo gone in the summer. Defo gone in the summer. Plus, I think the Brighton fans will probably be done with him by then too. Big up Daniel saying, who's winning the Rumble? I'm going for Sami Zayn. I'm going to go for Sami Zayn. Going to go outside of the box with that one. I think Cody Rhodes is just an easy pick. Big up John, my G. Big up. Big up Lewis. Go get Enzo Lafie. I still need to research Enzo Lafie. Everyone talks about him, though. He must be a baller. Must be a baller. Big up my bro Lewis, styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. Love that. Love that, my G. Big up yourself, Galib. Royal Rumble stream 12:30 a.m. Sunday morning. Check that out, people. We will be live tonight. I'm doing a watch along for the Royal Rumble, and we will be doing drinking games. So get your alcohol in and get involved with us. And yeah, last time everybody was yacked by the second Rumble. Everybody was finished. So yeah, get involved because it will be a very entertaining stream. Just letting you know the rules for now. You drink for every Royal Rumble entrance. You drink for every elimination. And you drink for every mention of WrestleMania through the entire show. And we'll see how long everybody lasts. But yeah, I look forward to it. Really look forward to it. On to Mourinho. Let's go on to Jose Mourinho because I've seen a couple you lot were already talking about it. Let me find it. Here it is. So let me put on the big screen. There we go. There we go. Jose Mourinho wants to return to the Premier League, and his representatives have let Chelsea know he would be interested in any managerial vacancy at Stamford Bridge. However, Chelsea's owners intend to stand by Graham Potter, and Mourinho ideally wants a third stint at Chelsea. Now, I can't lie. I'm Pottering. I'm Pottering all the way. Even though, like, I'm a nostalgia merchant and I'd want Jose back, I still would like us to focus on Potter for the long run because I do think he's building something special. And I'm glad to see the club are standing by Graham Potter too. I think we do need to give him our backing, and we do need to see how he does once he's built a squad, once he's overhauled the squad and built a new one to replace it. But if it doesn't work out, we need to go back in. Look at that beautiful face and tell me you don't want to see him back at Stamford Bridge. Tell me with a straight face and with no tears dropping down your eyes that you would not want Jose Mourinho back at Chelsea Football Club. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. You know, that sort of Yadar mentality, like, he just gets it. He just gets Chelsea. That's Jose Mourinho for you, bruv. That is Mourinho. Now, if Potter doesn't work, I'm in. Until then, I like our stance. But let me know what you lot are saying. Would you lot take Jose in now? Would you take Jose later? Would you not take him at all? Let me know what you're saying. In fact, I'll put a little poll up for you guys too. I'll put a little poll. Mourinho back to Chelsea. Bring him in now. If Potter doesn't work. If Potter fails. And then what will be the next one? Bring him in now. If Potter fails. Never. Cool. Never. I'll be real. I'm a little bit of a nostalgia merchant. I'm a little bit of a nostalgia merchant. Maybe tactically it wouldn't make the most sense. I can't lie. I would just like to see Jose back in the dugout. It is what it is. I am a little bit biased on this one. I am a little bit biased because we fucked him over both times he was here. Both times. And it shows that Jose still has love for us too. As soon as the new owners came in through the door, Mourinho was like, "Hi, you guys. Can you let me back in?" Man was knocking at the door immediately. He wants nothing else than to make Chelsea work. Personally, stay at Roma. Just stay at Roma. Keep doing your thing. Keep building that football team. If it doesn't work out with Potter, we'll come calling. What is this Mourinho news? Bowley already losing faith to Potter. No, this is all from Jose's side. Hey, Kai, the women's rumble was actually better than the men's rumble last year. It's nothing to do with inclusivity. Like, to be honest, I think it's a very, very good idea. 2 rumbles in one night. Think about it like that, my bro. 2 rumbles in one night. Like, I think it's a very good idea. And, bro, you need to watch some women's rumbles. They slap. No simping involved, obviously. I ain't on that sort of flex. As an actual show, it's good. It's very good. What else is everyone saying? Mourinho with this new team would be crazy. Let's see the team we build first. I love Jose, but no more defensive football, please. As long as we win, as long as we're successful, and as long as we're dominant in the way that we play, I don't mind. We just have to look like we are the dominant side. I don't like playing like we're chasing the game. Play like we're in control of the game. 3rd time's a charm doesn't really work from the sport from what I've seen. Have we ever seen a manager come back 3 times? Or a player come back 3 times? Let me know. Because I don't think we have. Jose with young players sounds like a disaster. It sounds like a car crash, but I'm going to still strap in. I will still strap into the ride. It is what it is. With a straight face and 0 tears, leave that man in the past. Damn it. Fair enough, bro. And at second stint, I swore Jose was going to make a dynasty with us. Hey, after 14-15, I thought, that's it. We're running this Sir Alex flex. And then we were 16th in a couple months. That's just so Chelsea. GOAT, but nah, it would be a disaster with a younger squad. Maybe. I hear it. Jose wins the Champions League with Chelsea and retires, walks off into the sunset. You love to see it. Later I would hear that. Any day ending in a Y, hear that. Love Jose, but I'd rather give him a club job, not the coaching. Well, make him an ambassador or something. Fairs. I think that's a good move. Potter in for now. I won't take him. I want Jose back. It makes 0 sense to get him. Right now, I completely agree. No, F Potter and just get him in. Jose failed. That's why he was fired. The second time, yeah. You can't even make an excuse for being a point off the relegation zone. The first time, nah. First time he got fucked. He got fucked over. I will stand by that. The first time he got fucked by Roman. Don't want him with his fossil football. That's fair enough. I said bring him home, man. Potter as a feature. Can't be bothered. Big up Joe. Big up Jake Kelly. Oh wow. Yeah. Well, yeah. Potter gets the whole of next season with the squad. If he fails, he's out swiftly. Completely agree. Rhea Ripley to win the women's one. I think that's a very good shout. They're building her up to the point where she probably will win the Rumble. KDB and Salah leaving was partly his fault, and look what they've now done. Yeah, there was some negatives. Is what it is. He did also give the Danish Maldini his first loan spell, though. So, some negatives, some positives. What else are we saying? Lewis, I remember Claudio Pizarro coming... Was it 3 times? Was Claudio Pizarro the one? Let me have a look. Claudio Pizarro. Fucking hell, you weren't kidding. He was there in 1999 to 2001. Then he went back in 2008 on loan. Then it was a permanent in 2009. Then he left in 2012, went back to Werder Bremen again in 2015, left for a year, and then went back again for 2 years. So he went 4 times. Fucking hell, just stay there, bro. What are you doing? Mad. Jose is only thinking about himself. Don't be so naive. He might be. Might be thinking of us too. You never know. Chelsea might always be on his mind. Oh, I hope. But yeah, maybe Jose don't make sense. At least right now it doesn't. In a year or two's time, maybe if he's done well with Roma, if he's built them up to a respectable point, maybe. I was having extended holidays. That's basically all it was. Yeah, Sami Zayn v Roman Reigns. That is such a good Mania main event. There's been an entire year's worth of build-up leading to that. That is a brilliant move if they pull the trigger. I can't lie. If they go for Cody Rhodes, I'll back it, but I'll be a bit disappointed because it was just a little bit predictable. Lewis, I'd rather sign Caicedo and hopefully get Felix on a permanent. Caicedo will be in the summer, though. That'll be in the summer. Is Edge in the Rumble tonight? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Tell me who from the 2014 roster is still there. Reigns, Rollins, Orton's injured. Rey Mysterio's still there. Drew McIntyre's still there. There's a couple wrestlers that I can't remember. Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler. Some others. There might be some returns too. It is a Rumble, innit? So you're always going to get a couple of them. Any Enzo news? Nothing on Enzo so far, my friend. Nothing on Enzo. Jose is goated, but let's keep him in the past. Fair enough. Bring back Samsung. What a move. Bring back Samsung. Because Free's leaving in the summer anyway. And yeah, is what it is. You lot can leave after that whole situation with the sanctions. You lot don't want to be on our shirt, then don't be on our shirt. It is what it is. What we play now is fossil football. At least with Jose, we were good on transition. Now we can't counter to save our lives. That's Mountain Havertz's fault. That's Mountain Havertz's fault. Oh, Sheamus is still there. Sheamus is still there. Completely forgot about him. WWE Network or Box Office. I said Dolph Ziggler, aka Haaland. Mad. Travago. Yeah. By the way, our new sponsor. The one thing I want is a small thing. Give me a sponsor with big font. Because Free has some tiny ass font, and when you wash it too much, it just comes off. Give me Travago. Give me something with some heavy, fucking bold font that is not going to go away after a couple of washes. Just like a small thing for me. A small thing. I don't know if you have the same issue as me, but if you could do that, that would be nice. Because that Free logo is gone after a year. And you know, it's probably for the greater good and all of that. But I don't want that with the next sponsors, innit? I don't want that with the next sponsors. We're getting Xbox. Let's go. Xbox gang. Let's go. Let's go. Is Cena making his return? Maybe. I don't know. Jose is an ex you're advised to stay away from, but put 10-10 performances on the mattress. That is unbelievable. Big up yourself as well, my guy. It's been a minute. I hope you're all good. That is a great way to describe it. Lucy, you have to air dry. No, I don't use the dryer. Yeah, anyone using the dryer, you're doing it to yourself. But even then, it's still falls off after a year. And I've got the Travago training kits. There's not even a little scratch or anything like that. So to me, it's like I want a sponsor with much tougher font. It sounds so stupid, but I'm sure you lot understand. Turn the shirt inside out when you wash. Okay, you know what? That might be a shout. That might be a little shout. Everyone said Xbox, Apple. Apple would run. That's a big logo. You might lose the little leaf at the top, but you won't lose the apple. So that would be fine. Yeah, Orton's just injured. He might be back for the Rumble, but I haven't heard anything to say he would be. Yeah, see that was very accurate. That was very accurate. I said rest for once. I said one thing about Kai and you got in your feelings. It weren't even mainly directed at him. It was a Havertz and Mount thing. And yeah, we'll see if that front three cooks. Personally, take Havertz out, put Felix in, and then we will start cooking. But fair enough, bro. Fair enough. I think Havertz would be good off the bench in our new team. If you really want me to talk about him, I think he'd be good off the bench. As a starter, nope. Been there, done that, seen the stinkers. I'm good. Off the bench, though, I do think he does something. I think he comes on, gives you a little bit of energy. Might be good against tired legs, as we saw against West Ham, as we saw against Costa Rica. Because starting ain't going to work. Starting just ain't going to work. Any other news? Reece James is set to be fit to start against Fulham next week, says Matt Law. Personally, do not start this guy. It's the same issue as Bournemouth. Bring him off the bench. Bring Reece James off the bench. There is no reason to change that back four. They've just kept 2 clean sheets in 2 games. And all of them have played their part. So there is no reason to make any changes. Play Chalobah at right back again. Bring Reece James off the bench if you need to. We don't need to start him. We don't need to start him at all. Because it's just rushing him straight back into the team. And yeah, I don't trust him enough for that. Jose would give us a good chance to win this champs this year, but we'd be going backwards in our project. No, Jose never in now. This is a question for if Potter's still here. I mean, if Potter doesn't work in a year's time or so. Also, who's winning the poll? If Potter fails, is winning with 42%. Let's go. Let's go. Would you accept a new stadium name? If it brings money to the club, yeah, I'll still call it Stamford Bridge anyway. So I don't care too much. I don't know what sponsors would be good. Would be good though. Just nothing embarrassing. I don't want to be called the fucking McDonald's Arena or something like that. Or I don't know. Something embarrassing. Just nothing embarrassing, please. And then I'll be fine. Then I will be fine. Havertz gets one more start till Felix is back. Yeah, and you'll be playing with Mudryk. You'll be playing with Mudryk and Madueke. So we'll see. You have the Fulham game. Show me something in the Fulham game, and I might get behind it. Show me something. And no 30-minute cameo either. Show me a consistent game. And then we can talk. Until then, I ain't interested. Generational sub. Yep. I heard Havertz was going to leave. We didn't make UCR. I did hear that too, but I don't know the legitimacy of it. If he does, though, well, we ain't making top 4, so that'll be techie. Senegalese Maldini, we're doing it. What else? Lewis, I agree, but I guarantee he starts Reece. I really hope he doesn't. Just play the same back 4. Lewis, you got a link. I'll sort you, bro. I'll sort you. Willian cooked Chalobah last game. Willian cooked Aspi last game. Chalobah had errors here and there, but I think that was more centrally. It was Willian who had Chalobah. It was Aspi who had Willian 1v1. I said the OnlyFans arena. Oh dear. Heard YouTube might be interested. The YouTube arena. Not bad. Popeyes arena. What is this? What are your thoughts on Datro Fofana? I've seen him play like 45 minutes. I can't tell you, my guy. And we were 3-0 down when we brought him on. Like, yeah, I can't tell you, bro. I really can't tell you. For signing Enzo and Bellingham. Breaking news, Chelsea will be renaming Stamford Bridge to a Viagra venue. Well, maybe our attackers could do with some Viagra because they cannot perform. They cannot perform for shit. So, yeah, slip that in their drinks. The Just Eat Stadium. Let's go. Let me know you guys' stadium ideas because this is good. Any news on Sterling? He's back in training. That's all, though. That's all. Hassie says, thoughts on Wesley Fofana. Quality centre-back from what I've seen. Quality centre-back. It's just, he's barely been fit for us. What else? Context Arena sounds good. Mad. The WWE Arena. That is mad. Right. Is there any other topics? What else do we have? Malo Gusto is doing his medical. He will sign a 6.5-year contract with a medical tomorrow, and the deal can rise to as much as 35 million due to the add-ons. I think it's about 26 before that. Not bad. Giraffe Mineral Stadium, the Minerals Arena, the He Gets It Arena, the Bowley Arena, proper Chelsea Arena. Mad. The Yeehaw Arena. That's not even a fucking sponsor. What else? I said always overrating Chalobah. I think Chalobah's just a good squad player for us. I wouldn't start him. Like, I'd start him. I'm no silly. Start him at right back, but that's just because I don't want Reece James to get rushed back. In our best starting 11, he's on the bench with Badiashile starting. But I think he's a good squad player for us. I don't think that's overrating him. The Samsung Arena, Mickey Mount Arena, a Let's Go Backstage Arena, Bria Head, Todd's Castle. That's an unbelievable name. That might win it. Todd's Castle. Mad. The Danish Maldini Arena, we have a winner. Romans Coliseum, that would have been a great one for the old owner. London Cowboys Stadium, Uber Eats Stadium, Cowboys Arena, the 443 Arena, Amazon Arena, Blue Avatar Arena, the Hooters House. Fucking hell. Luke Cooper says, will Gallagher leave? Apparently, if we sell a homegrown player for 35 to 40 mil, we could end up with a profit. And I don't think it will be Chalobah, because I've heard Ornstein say Chalobah could be one of those up for sale. I don't see it. I don't see it. Compared to a Loftus-Cheek, compared to a Gallagher, makes no sense. Sell one of them two. Don't sell Chalobah. That don't make sense to me. Claire's accessory. Let's have it right arena. The Let's buy an AK-47. Oh my gosh. Clear Lake Coliseum, the Tesla Stadium, the We Play Games Arena. The Havertz is shit. Aye, whatever, man. Home of the Yadars, Vibes Arena, Uber Eats Arena, Pride of London. We got any other ones? The Sugar Daddy Arena, the Deadwood Arena, Blue Theatre, Waffle House. You have to sell what people want to buy. There's clubs that are in for Gallagher, though. Ruben, I wouldn't get as much. I'm sure there's clubs that are in there for Gallagher. Right, cool. Let me send the link out. Let me see who's around. Send the link out and... Cool. Yeah, send that through Insta quick. Calm. Link is going out, people. Link is going out. Okay, we'll see who's around. We'll see who is about. Oh yeah, fuck Instagram. Forgot to send it through there too. Cool. Yeah, bare clicks. That's my bad. My bad. Yes, Jesters. What were you saying, bro?
You know, not ecstatic, but not upset about the transfer window. You know, I wanted a midfielder to come in. I guess it's still technically possible because the window hasn't closed, but really, do you see something happening in the last 2 or 3 days? Was it 2 days now?
Nothing that wouldn't scream panic because it wouldn't be Enzo or Caicedo.
Well, they're talking about maybe you could do Enzo and loan him back. If you really want to just get it done, so you pay a set fee that would probably be higher than what they're going to be asking for in the summer, but not the release clause, and loan him back for the rest of the year. You could see something like that happen. But as far as him actually coming into the club and playing, I don't see it right now.
I mean, that would be better than nothing, I guess, because it would be the same as a Gusto deal, wouldn't it?
Right, and you'd have it lined out already for the summertime. You wouldn't have to then play that game of, oh, here's 60. Oh, Liverpool wants 66 and 65, and you go to 70, and then it just boosts it. So what you do is you come in, okay, what's his valuation, really and truly? Maybe 60 million euro, if we were being honest, an honest valuation for the kid. And so let's say they could get 60 in the summer. So you come in and say, well, we'll give you 75 now and loan them back to you for the rest of the year. Done deal. Boom, knock it out, move forward. I think we can see that happening more than him actually coming to the club to play this year.
That'll be better than nothing. I do see Galib saying I think we can't loan players because of FIFA rules, though. Do you know anything about that?
We just did.
Yeah, I heard
I mean,
that before.
we just
with
actually
Gusto.
did with Gusto.
Oh yeah, okay. So now yes, that shouldn't be an issue then, because this would have been a problem before fucking Malo Gusto even signed for us. Okay, that's
Right.
fair enough. That's fair enough. Maybe we could just get him and then just send him back. That could work. I think we'd much rather that, because a lot of us would be in agreement. We take Enzo over Caicedo if it goes to one or the other.
And for me, then maybe you reevaluate in the summertime. Of course, you have Caicedo going to Reading.
Oh, Gusto's under 21. That's why. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Maybe that's
I don't know
the
why
reason.
I don't understand why we can't loan players out.
Maybe we've loaned too many. I don't know. Maybe too many over the age of 21.
Oh, maybe that is the case. So that means you couldn't loan. Well, they were talking about loaning Ziyech, but I guess they can't. They were talking about
there was interest potentially, but like it weren't going to go anywhere.
Have you seen the Alexis Garcia links?
Who?
Alexis Garcia.
I don't know who that is.
Nah, I've never heard of him, to be completely honest.
Apparently, don't quote me on it. I've never seen him play a day in my life, but apparently he's similar to the Enzo profile, so to say. Cheaper option.
Alexis Garcia.
Never heard of him.
Chelsea.
I know there's a kid, another kid down in Brazil they're looking at, but whether that'll happen or not, I don't know.
What's his name? Victor Rock? Or something along the lines?
I'd have to go back and find the name.
Yeah, I couldn't even find an Alexis Garcia. I'll be real with you. I couldn't find any of them. Scott, no worries, my guy. No worries. What else is there? Jose Mourinho. What's your thoughts on a potential round 3 with Jose Mourinho?
Well, I thought we didn't want to play harem ball anymore. Doesn't Mourinho play harem ball? Tight defense and
that's subjective to some people. Like I don't mind. I just want us to control games, be it defensively, be it offensively. I don't mind as long as you're not chasing the game all the time.
Look, everybody wants to say, "Oh, why are we talking about a manager?" Really and truly, I understand that. Why wouldn't you want to come to Chelsea? I mean, Mourinho had a lot of success here. He's beloved by the fan base. Nobody blames him for the way things ended. I guess they blame because Roman chopped and changed managers so much. It's like, can you really blame managers at this point? I guess there's some that can catch blame, but so yeah, I mean, I understand it, but why? Why would you go to an older tactician, right? The tactics are, yes, proven, but they're not modern tactics, right? Rather than going with a modern coach doing modern things, because the players might be more apt to follow those directions because it's something they're more useful. Again, that's why when coaches have a expiration date on them too, except for the greats. Most coaches, after a few years, don't coach anymore. You know, they're in obscurity, or they'll catch a job for 6 months and then get fired. How many? Rafael Benitez. He's not a bad coach. Excuse me, not Rafael, but Benitez is not a bad coach. He gets fired. 6 months, bye. And he's considered a decent coach. So I think that we need to, yes, it'd be nice. Oh, we'll get Mourinho back. Guess what? It's not Mourinho back in 12. Sorry.
It's a different Jose.
It's a different Jose with a different generation of players.
Yeah,
doesn't mean it's going to work the same. People need to stop. I know you're
Mourinho's just a nostalgia dream. It's just a little nostalgia.
Yeah, it is because people were children and they enjoyed watching because, again, everything's better when you're a child. You don't have responsibility. But that stuff's not real. So
I think that's the best way to look at it. I wanted Jose Mourinho back just because, like you said, I grew up with Jose Mourinho. And like one of my first memories was him being sacked and thinking, why? That's literally the special one. Why are we sacking the special one? Now I completely understand. I completely get it.
People just
not the first time. Not the first time, to be fair. That was still bullshit. But the second one makes sense. Rigo Park says we're in the mud now, but lucky our owners are investing in good signings. Club will look dangerous soon, and with no Europe, we can focus on winning the Premier League. That is if we finish outside of the top 7. And
or don't win the Champions League.
Yeah, or if we don't win the Champions League.
And I'll tell you what, the Champions League is wide open to be had. There is not a dominant team. I guess the most dominant team was Napoli. And do you really expect an Italian club to win the Champions League?
Yeah, Real Madrid are not the same.
Napoli, I could see make a push. I think.
Oh no, like I said, they're the best team right now as far as form playing in the UCL. But they're a couple injuries away from being light in their squad too. So I see the Champions League as being wide open, and as long as we're still alive, we have a chance to win. And I think it's a no-brainer that we'll get past Dortmund, and that takes you to the next round. Who do you get? How are they playing? How are you playing?
Also depends on the bracket too. Like in 2021, we escaped PSG, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, and Man City, and that worked out in our favor.
Yeah, but see, none of those teams scare me to where you're going, oh, you can't beat them. All of them are beatable teams. They all have a flaw. Man City is not Man City of old. We've seen that. They've changed their style of play because Haaland has come in, and defensively, they're not as sound as they used to be.
Madrid?
You can look. Madrid, they can't even beat Barcelona in the league. They're not even first place in La Liga. I mean,
here's that Barca defense, though. No AC prop intended, but
yeah, but no, Madrid is not even near what they were last year. That team was led by Benzema going crazy, and he is not going crazy this year. So they're bereft of some talent in some key areas. Their attack is not scary without Benzema being on fire. To me, it's not scary at all.
What about Bayern? PSG?
Bayern don't play defense. You can have them, and they, they're still missing. They don't have Robert Lewandowski anymore. Okay, they don't, and that's a big, huge factor. They're not. I'm watching Bayern play Frankfurt right now. So
how's it going?
Well, it just started 2 minutes into the game.
Oh, okay.
But
fair enough.
They're not Bayern, the juggernaut that is Bayern. So again, PSG.
But even then,
really,
what about us? We're not the Chelsea of old either.
No, but if you get your players fit, if Reece James stays fit, if Chilwell stays fit, if N'Golo Kante stays fit, I know those are big ifs, but in a tournament game, you know what N'Golo Kante can do in a singular game by himself when he's fit and on form. He can just take over a game and ruin it. Not very many teams have that, right? That player for Bayern was Lewandowski. You had to worry about him all times. You could get something out of nothing, right? Same thing with PSG is Mbappe, but PSG, the competition they face week in, week out is so poor. I just don't ever see them winning the Champions League because they don't get any better during league play. They play,
but I feel like the same could be said for Bayern though, and then they won it a few years ago.
Yeah, but you don't see them consistently being the team to win it. And now that Lewandowski's gone, nobody's even talking about them being a favorite because the guy that made them to that different level is gone now. There's nobody that really scares you on that team, is there? Who scares you on Bayern Munich right now?
Mane, Goretzka, fucking Kimmich.
They scare you?
Gnabry. I'm going off names, to be fair. I don't really watch too much Bayern.
Yeah.
Sane, I don't think is having a good time at Bayern.
Well, I can tell you, Gnabry's been benched because he went to a fashion show.
Musiala. Sorry,
Musiala, I mean, that would probably be the one shout, but he's still young, and you're not really worried about a young player doing a team like ours fully fit in a tournament. That's what I'm saying. It's different than league play. This team knows how to win tournaments, and again, you get somebody like Reece James and Ben Chilwell back, and N'Golo Kante, and they stay fit. It's going to be a different story because now you do have attackers that can do business in any competition with, Mudryk and Felix. I have not seen Madueke, so I'm not going to put him in that conversation because I've only seen comps of him. I don't know what he's all about on the pitch. And hopefully we don't play Felix at right wing to force Mount into the team. We play him as a cam where he should be playing. And either start Sterling or Madueke on the right hand side because there's, again, it's about the choice in the team, but I don't know. I'm tired of seeing the same old players that everybody says, oh, they'll come good. Just wait. Well, they haven't.
I hear
and
that.
The season's just about over. I'm tired of hearing about it. Okay, if I'm willing to get rid of my favorite player, saying he doesn't need to be at this club anymore, people need to come off their player stand ideas and just say, you know what, I'm a Chelsea fan. If they're not performing to Chelsea level, they got to go. I don't care if they spent their whole life at Chelsea, that they have Chelsea FC tattooed on their dick. I don't care. They got to go if you're not performing. It's not about feelings. It's about facts. And the facts is this is a sport, and Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs in the world. And if you're not performing to the level you should be performing, you got the go time. And that should be the only thought when we talk about players. Are they playing up to the level of Chelsea, or do they need to be moved on?
I really wish it was that easy. I really wish it was that easy. For a lot of fans, it isn't. We have to find a way to make it work with them. You know exactly the sort of fan that you're talking about. But there are going to be a lot of outgoings anyway. What was that?
You could drown them, and then you won't have to hear from them anymore. Maybe just tie rocks them and throw them in the Thames. Huh?
Do we have enough water?
Well, yeah, just throw them in the Thames.
I just mean there's probably too many fans for that. But I get you. I get you.
We had people standing owners and managers. Really, we're not doing players anymore. We're doing owners and managers. Well, the previous owner is better than this owner. And like, come on, grow the hell up.
So, the positives and negatives to both, innit? Like, we don't need to be having that sort of discourse,
right? And I think again, if you were complaining about Bowley, please don't cheer on our success. Just keep complaining because you look like a right idiot.
I'd say at the very least acknowledge you were wrong on that front.
Yeah, I mean, he spent almost $500 million in 1 year, folks, and we're pissed off or pining for Roman. Roman never spent that kind of money in that duration.
I don't even know who's complaining at this point. Like, what even is there to complain about? Gusto's not coming in now when we need him. So whatever, like, next season will be fine. This season it is what it is.
Yeah, but you wrapped up one of the best young talents at that position in the world, right? Is that what I mean? That's what everybody says. So, okay, you don't get him this year, but you've got Reece James coming back. You know, cross your fingers, your toes, whatever else you can cross, and hope he stays fit. But other than that, why do you need to force a kid in and pay over a reasonable fee just to bring him in as a backup at this point? Let him get his time in it at was it Lyon, and next summer he'll be in training from the beginning, and let him and Reece go at it. You know, competition makes everybody better. There's never a time where competition makes people worse. Okay, you'll find out who's at the level and who's not at the level. And those that are not at the level, you move on. And those that are, stay with the team. That's as simple as. And the fact of the matter is, we have a ton of talent, young talent coming into this team, and it was all bought here recently. It's not like this is academy stuff coming through. This is stuff we've bought recently, people we've bought recently, and you're going to see a lot of them in the team taking the place of your Gallaghers, your Ruben Loftus-Cheeks, your Jorginhos, maybe your Kovacic's in the midfield, and then in defense, you might even be moving some signings from this year out. I see our back four. I mean, our center back pairings being Thiago Silva, Wesley Fofana, Caldwell, and Badiashile. Well, that doesn't leave a lot of time for Koulibaly or Chalobah. So you could see both of those being moved this summer.
You think Chalobah would leave?
Chalobah will never be a starting center back for Chelsea Football Club. Not that good.
That's fair. That's fair.
And,
I do think he could be a good squad player, but it's up to would you want that?
Would you rather have Caldwell as a squad player or Chalobah? Because Caldwell apparently has a talent that's above what Chalobah
They're
is.
not
And
two mutually exclusive things. You can have both.
Yeah, but you're going to keep six center backs on your team?
Well, no, because Koulibaly's probably going to leave before those two.
Well, I think Chalobah would actually, you get more profit from Chalobah. It's a better sale because it costs you nothing.
Get more long term from both of them over Koulibaly.
Okay. But if he's not good enough, what does it matter long term?
How do we know he's not good enough?
Well, I've watched him play.
Cool. So he's had like half a season of great performances and like 2 bad games, and he's not good enough.
No, he has not had a half a season of great performances.
He has, but
that's
same way as like last season. He had half a season of good performances, but everyone wanted him out in the summer.
Yeah. Well, was that in a back 3 or a back 4?
He's in a back 3, and he's now shown in a back 4 that he can perform as well. So.
Oh no, I've only seen him get burned in the back 4. So again, he's not good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club. That's the end of the story.
Who's that?
Can I ask you for some? Can I ask Jester for some lottery numbers?
Sure. 867-5309.
Next Powerball, please.
Oh. No, I've watched the kid play, and he's slow of foot. His positioning is not great. And we have another academy kid that can take his place and is good enough to start for Chelsea Football Club.
Who's better, Chalobah or Koulibaly?
Koulibaly.
This season, Chalobah.
No, he's not. And it's not even close. It's Chalobah, and it's not even close.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Koulibaly's been for how many years, and Chalobah's done it for never? Okay.
Right, what are we judging on? I'm judging off his performances right now, and Koulibaly can.
Scott, don't you think this Koulibaly talk is premature?
But
not after Badiashile. I was there until Badiashile, but Badiashile's literally just come in and had the exact impact we wanted Koulibaly to have. So
yeah, but come on, everyone's going to adapt differently, innit?
I'd give Koulibaly time if he's not now our number 4 option on 300k a week.
No, I think he should be moved as well. There's no reason to keep Koulibaly here. If you're going with a youth project, you only need so many veteran players.
The question is, will Koulibaly be, if we're going with the 4, like Lewis said, is he going to start with Fofana? Is he going to start with Badiashile? Will he even start with Caldwell? That's a problem. That is a problem.
Well, that's why I said that both of them.
I don't understand
not just one of them.
Why are y'all talking about players like we're building a squad around those 2 players? Like, it's not. We have
options.
Yes, we keep going on the individuals things like it's always the individual problem. Individual problem only exists if your whole squad and whole section of the field is not in a sync. Then you go for individual. And Scott is right. Koulibaly does not pull in his weight. Doesn't mean he's a bad defender. He just doesn't pull his weight. That's it. Cheers.
Wow, popping one live on camera.
It's not even the Royal Rumble stream. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I am watching
start
all the
early.
pussy hoes tickle tackle. Giggly.
You can't see me.
Giggly, can't be asked. Alex, what's your thoughts on the Jose news and everything? I'm trying to get everybody's take on it.
I think that there is time to say goodbye. Here's the song, Let It Go. My kids sing it all the time. I have 4 of them. All 4 of them sing it. So it's non-stop for me. Let it fucking go. That's it. That's
Jose
number 1.
go.
Number 2. I want Caicedo. I fucking want Caicedo this Chelsea in this winter transfer window. I'll be really, really pissed if we will miss on him. I will be really pissed.
This window. Even
after
with
what he's done,
because I get it.
No. That's not it. I think it's if Brighton puts this position, they just want to get the price for him. And I understand what's his name. Davo is better. Okay, sorry, Cindy. I understand that the other one is better. Enzo is better. But he's better in the other position of the midfield. And I agree we need both positions. So for me, I think we're taking the same risk with Tuchemene and try to postpone it. See what happens. You see what I'm saying? That's the only reason. We need Enzo. I don't disagree with you. But if the conversation with Enzo does not get us anywhere, at least until summer, why not try to get the bird you have in hands instead of the bird you might will have in the summer?
So you're thinking get Enzo now as opposed to
Caicedo. Get Caicedo now because it's more easier to get it than Enzo.
Well, if we agree,
90 million.
Well, if we agree,
all of a sudden what people say, what people are saying, like when the money comes in, if it's not you, if you don't like the player, the money comes in for you as a subject. If you like the player, money is not a subject, right? That's the problem.
Well, I like the player.
I like the player too. Money in mine. Money is not mine. The
problem
with Caicedo, they don't ask for one installment. I've never heard of it, never seen it. They do not ask. Put the guy on a suicidal contract for 8.5 years and make installments.
But
is that going to hurt us? No.
Yes, in the long run it will. There's only so many. Because in amortization, what you do is you put that money and it runs for the length of the contract. Mm-hmm. If you have a bunch of people on that money running the length of the contract, that builds up. So, you got Mudryk on 21 million. You got who else did they sign on an 8-year deal?
Yeah, but it builds up, I understand, but at the same time we're paying towards it every year. It's not like it's going to come to the end of the 8 year and we have to pay it at once.
Yeah,
we spent $400 million, but we only qualify for 70 mil every year.
Right, but that's every
revenue.
Year.
Yeah,
but that's every year. You're the same amount is already used up in FFP.
Yeah, 70 mil for 1 year for 3 years. That's 210 million. That's nothing.
I understand that, but if one of these players don't work out, or 2 of these players don't end up working out, then you've got to replace them, and so it is a gamble to put people
100%
on.
Agree with you.
This long of a contract, and that's
100%
why
agree.
UEFA needs to mind their own damn business, because it's not like there can't be detrimental effects from doing this.
look, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. It's a gamble. No matter how good they scouts, it's always a gamble. And if you ask scouts, real proper scouts that work in a football, they're saying if 2 out of the 5 signings will go through and will play and pay out, that's a really good scout. So for me, 70 mil over 3 years. The problem is Caicedo is on 3K a week. His base salary, probably won't be as much. Just like what's his name? Under 80, 90 mil base weekly wages based on the performance. I don't think it's that much deal. I'm just saying only this is the option. If we see Enzo deal is not going anywhere. That's the only option. Because either that or Rice.
No, Rice is a no for me. He's just a vanilla player. He gives you nothing special.
Yeah,
Caicedo in today's market only works 40 mil. I agree with you.
Yep. Plus, we might have an option come the summer anyway in Andre Santos.
Yo.
So that
Andre Santos wouldn't be a bad shout. How has the work permit and everything been sorted though?
I have not heard anything.
No idea.
I will be so pissed if Arsenal get Caicedo. I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
I don't think Arsenal's getting Caicedo.
But would you, Alex? Would you be pissed if we managed to get an agreement?
I'm already pissed you because you're talking.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's fucking fair enough, bro. I think we should call it that, like, didn't it? I think we should distribute it.
You and your ZH props, man. You already pissed me off by just being here.
Sorry, man. ZH speaks 10 languages. He will
I know.
For you. Don't worry.
None of them.
Except for right wing.
None of them are actually real languages, like, you know.
Yeah, no.
If we sell a homegrown player, apparently on the books it's immediate profit. Which one are you selling?
Gallagher.
All of them.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
If I'm selling one, it's Gallagher.
Yeah.
Gallagher.
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
You get the most profit. I was gonna say you get the most profit. It's someone that, like, I know people saying improve. I just don't see it improving in the right areas. Plus, it's like with someone like a Loftus-Cheek, I know people go to him first. At least he is happy to sit on the bench, and he's like 27. Like, who really cares at the end of the day? With Gallagher, it's just like there's just more things that work with him selling. But yeah, him of all the.
Yeah, I think we get the most money, to be fair, as well.
Well, Chalobah's name has been floated as a potential sale.
Chalobah's not leaving.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell Chalobah.
All I've said is reportedly his name has been floated for a sale.
I've seen that too from Ornstein, but I just don't think it's that likely. I did see it though. I did see it.
Why do y'all have this thing about Chalobah? I really don't see it.
Because you have this.
I think he's been very good for us this season.
Chalobah was our second best.
He's been our second best centre back this season, but people seem
not
to
our second best centre back.
He's been our second
World Cup. He was second best.
Yes, would you say he's not been our second most consistent centre back this season?
No, he wouldn't because he hates him for some reason. I don't understand why.
Anybody?
Wait, let him answer. Let him answer.
First of all, if he was our second best centre back, would he not be playing every game, starting at centre back?
He's playing.
But he is actually.
Talking about.
No, he's not.
Is. Well,
he doesn't start every game.
Because he was
injured.
The
only reason he's playing is because we have our right back is injured. That's the only reason he's playing.
Okay, so who is our who has been our second best centre back this season?
Our second best?
Yes.
Sure, Badiashile.
After 2 games. Yep. This is what I mean, is we're judging a guy off 2 games and then saying a guy that's had last season, had half the season where he was quality, was being nominated up for player of the month and all this. You've had, again, another season where half the season he's been quality, not put a foot wrong apart from 1 game at centre-back and 1 game at right-back.
That is not true.
And we're saying he's shit, he's not been good enough, this, that and the other. Like if you just don't like academy players, just say you don't like academy players and then we know where you stand. Like, that's all this is. Because it was the same bollocks. It was the same.
If he was so good, why did we go out and buy centre backs? Because he's not.
Because the guy that we bought,
if you have a gym that you don't have to
the guy that we bought that you said was better than him is putting up stinkers every week.
We bought more than one centre back.
We bought Koulibaly, who was meant to be better than him and an improvement and an upgrade on Rudiger, and he's dropping stinkers every week to the point where we had to go spend another 30 million on his own centre back. from France. Also, I'm a bit ill. If you're asking about my voice,
Yeah. It sounds like you have.
Bro, it's hard. I've got to answer calls all day, and it's fucking horrible.
If Chalobah was
feel
so
better,
good
man. Feel
and
better.
rated by our coaching staff, we would not be buying all these centers.
If he wasn't rated,
Chalobah's
why
been
did
our
they
second
keep him in the
best centre-back,
summer?
to be fair.
Why did they keep him in the summer when all reports were he's wanted on loan by Leipzig and Milan, and we kept him in the summer? Because, but apparently he's not rated.
I think Jester keeps forgetting one big thing, Scott, and it's why did we keep him and why we bought the players? And, well, because we lost 2 center backs and 1 left back in 1 window. We had to replace. It's kind of harsh to be judging, even though I have my questions about Chalobah as a center back. I have my questions, but it's definitely nowhere near saying that he's not Chelsea level. It's time to be determined. He's not going to be the defender that John Terry level, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he picked up the really good from the beginning. He was consistent for 10 years. I don't see that in him, but I can see him type of the center back that becomes better and better with years, like Gary Cahill, like Stones. Like Stones.
I was literally about to say Gary Cahill. Why can't he be our Gary Cahill?
Exactly.
He's not the starter every week.
He's not a starter.
He's the third choice, but you can see every year he's improving, and he's always reliable. Say Silva needs to come out a game, or Badiashile needs to come out a game. He's always reliable. You put him in, cool. You know you're getting.
That's a great point there, Scott. I think that's the main thing with Chalobah. Like Hakim Ziyech, they don't get enough game time, but when he's reliable, so they don't get enough game time.
You're not landing, you're crashing again, man.
No, it's a quality landing, bro. This is Turkish Airlines landing, okay? They don't get enough game time. They don't get a lot of game time. But when you put them in, they're reliable. They perform.
Actually, don't put me shit up. I'm gonna have to fly back home sometimes this summer, and I do fly Turkish Airlines. That will creep me out. I don't want.
Bro, they're reliable players, and you got to give credit to that, because there's a lot of players that come in after not playing, and even when they are playing, and they play shit. So you got to give credit to those players that come in. Come on, Scott.
Look,
Scott, send me your PayPal, Scott.
Look, the defenders that become defenders, like the defenders that becomes defenders, like the highest rate, like they become John Terry's, Thiago Silva's, Maldini's. Those defenders start from the young age and becoming those. But we're not talking about Chalobah as the GOAT of all times of center backs. But completely dismissing him, it's kind of I don't see it. But hey, everybody has their own view. So for me, it's a little different than what's for Jester. That's all it is. So
if Colwell wants to come back though next year, Chalobah will be 4th, won't he? I think.
It depends. It depends. I can see progression. I do have a big doubts about him positioning, and Jester is right. The way he's positioning himself, I don't think he still has that defending thing. But look, I think by the time he's gonna get 25, if it's not, it's always gonna be Sale and it's always gonna be English. So we find. I don't think the Koulibaly thing. I think is a really good center back. I just think he, in this time of age, I think he's kind of like. I'll give him until the end of the window, and then I'll actually trust Vavel. See what they come up with, because to be fair, if Thiago Silva doesn't slow down, I don't see him playing. I really don't. And Fofana, to be fair, Fofana, I wasn't impressed with Fofana how he started at Chelsea. I wasn't. He made the actual same mistake as Chalobah did. Young, stupid mistake, bad awareness on the field. And that's supposedly really good center back. So for me, it's... total package is 80 million. But I agree. I think the problem is when we judge the players, especially young players, you need to judge the mistakes, and you need to look at those mistakes. What kind of mistakes are those usually happens? Is that happens with experienced players, or those mistakes happens with young players? That's how you can judge the player. based on how you're. If it's a basic defensive skill, and he constantly makes those, then yes. And for me, there was one moment last season when he constantly get beat and he constantly getting out of position, and he had to react and almost a penalty. His positioning of the body when he was facing the opponent was not good. That's why he was getting beat, and he's always getting in the like those handles like a flipping windmill, like the way he flops them.
He has improved in that, though. To be fair, it's just when his right back, he was.
No, he hasn't. He has not improved.
No, he's improved. He has improved. It was just when he was right back, and they were
compared to the last season. Compared to the last season, when he literally should have has like 3 or 4 penalty in the row in each game. Yeah, you can say he improved, but I think judge him on the right back and as a center back, it's kind of tough. So let's hope that the mistakes that he makes, it's the young kid mistakes that he can improve on. If it's not young thing, if it's a strategy, if it's the positioning, and it's constantly, all you gotta do is sell him.
Do you want Badiashile and Fofana to be our main centre backs?
Why are we so bent over about the Badiashile? He played fucking 2 games.
Nah, he looks confident. Though,
but he's played 2 games, and this is the thing. We had the same conversations about Koulibaly after his first 2 games.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I know.
As it stands, Badiashile.
That's fair. And like my point is like,
man, all remember Bakayoko.
He's always been shit.
No, he
had games. He had games, and I think the thing is like,
especially in the beginning, he had the really good spells of 5 or 6 games, and then the whole shit. You see,
I was gonna say, like, wait until like we're like, wait until we're about March. If he gets to March and he's still putting the same performance,
that's not how you judge.
I give him next season.
This is not how you judge. How you judge a player when we go in a tiny slump, when we consider the goal. Based on the situation where he's involved, we'll see what his mentality is for the next game. If that thing changes and he starts to do those doubts, because look, remember I told you that each defender gets adapted to the new player in the league. Like first couple of they get adapted. Everybody stuff in the beginning, and then next season all of a sudden, even players like how you say it, like this is what Ukrainian blonde Ukrainian. I want to see him doing it next season. So until when the defenders will adapt to him. Same thing with forwards. They have to beat those defenders. Now they don't know how this defender performs, but the times will go, and the defender and the offensive players will start to do the video review of him. They're gonna start to look for his weakness, and they're gonna target those weaknesses. Not one game, each game
with the
different players.
I know it's only
so we'll see how he will perform then.
I know it's only been a couple of games, but the way that he's so confident on the ball and he's so press resistant as well, he's so calm compared to all our other centre backs we've actually seen, apart from Silva at the moment.
We literally said the same about Koulibaly after the Tottenham game.
Exactly, and after we actually made the same.
And in the summer as well, all everyone was talking about when it came to Koulibaly was his ball playing ability, how he could play it long with both feet.
Koulibaly's long pass has been decent since he's been here.
No. But what I'm saying is that's cool. But what I'm saying is with Badiashile, like congratulate him and like praise his performances. But I'm saying don't go over the top and say all our problems off. He's going to be the savior. Like, and you need to see it over a longer period. And I will say, going back to something Alex mentioned with the centre backs, and the reason why I don't think any of them should go now, at least until if even come the summer for some of them, is because there's so many question marks on all of our centre backs apart from Badiashile. Because like with Fofana, we don't know what the injuries are going to do. Like we don't know if he's going to keep getting injured. What's going to happen there? With Colwell, we don't know if he's ready to make that step up. If he's ready to make the step up from a Brighton, no disrespect, with Chelsea. With Chalobah, we don't know whether he's going to improve on the deficiencies he has right now, like his heading, for example. That's a big one, or like the positioning stuff. With Silva, like he might sign a new contract, but they might decide we're going to use you in the Terry role next season, or the Cahill role, or whatever. Like we don't know with so many of these centre backs what their situation is next season. So like we need to hold off on what we're going to do going forward. Whether Koulibaly
now. Koulibaly, I think his main mistakes. Koulibaly is like giving the ball away from defense. Rushing passes. he goes across passes, does some of them are well, but even some of them he doesn't get them. But apart from Nottingham Forest away, I don't think he's been terrible defensively, like being beaten by players. I think his main concern is getting like rushing passes. So I think the reaction is maybe a
there's
little
more
bit too much.
to just Russian passes. He's rushing into challenges too.
We as a Chelsea fan base though thought he was an upgrade on Rudiger like instantly, and I think we've put him on a level that's so high, like, and everyone's just disappointed because he's just been shit. His long passes have been shit. Well, his long passes have been okay.
We're doing the same shit that Arsenal fans used to do back in the day. You remember that period under Wenger? There was a period about 5 years where they kept doing the same shit. Anyone new came in, they'd instantly say it was an upgrade. They had that same thing about like we've turned into Arsenal fans.
That's every fan base.
In some of the things we do, we've turned into Arsenal fans, and that's
every fan base.
Potentially, I saw it a lot in Arsenal fans. Like I saw it a lot in Arsenal fans, and that's why I say.
I don't think we should even like. That's the freaking defense. That's the last thing we should be talking about.
Oh yeah, no. Like we shouldn't be touching it. My point was like, in terms of outgoings, was more, and that's someone didn't listen when I was talking about question marks. It's about outgoings. It's about, and like Colwell was the only incoming question mark, and maybe Maatsen you can make. Like it's the outgoings I'm talking about. Like the defense in terms of starting and in terms of like incomings is set. Apart from those two, I'm talking about like does Koulibaly go? Does Colwell go back out on loan or get sold? Does Chalobah get sold? Does Silva become a bench player more often than not? Like that's what I'm talking about.
What the fuck?
Well,
let me go for.
I'm sorry, but I have watched Badiashile for more than 2 games because I watched him at Monaco. And he's one of the better center backs in the French league. So, so we shouldn't buy people from France league anymore. Okay.
No, but then I can use the same example from Koulibaly at Napoli, and it's like this is my point. Is you're talking about, let's fucking move on to the super chats because this is a fucking stupid point.
Rigo Park says our fans act like it's their money. Stop whining. I do understand that, but only to a point as well. You can talk about the price tag if you don't believe it's the right amount and vice versa. Dinershan also says a DM will help Silva and protect young defenders. I think a DM would just be more suitable to us full stop because we've been lacking in that sort of profile for years. But yeah, completely agree with that as well. Big up yourself. Caicedo, we've gone through that. We've spoken about Mourinho for a bit, but did anyone have anything else they wanted to say about Jose potentially, or are we all
Don't
good?
bring him back. Don't bring him anywhere near the club.
Jose Mourinho.
I don't think he actually wants to come back. I don't think he actually wants to come back.
He's going to coach US.
Seriously doubt it.
Oh, good for you guys.
Oh, Mourinho and Pulisic, he loves to do that.
But yeah, all respect to Jose and his career and everything, but yeah, don't bring him back. He's just going to ruin everything that is we're trying to do going forward. Like he's not the same manager, unfortunately.
I think he's
a good manager. I just don't think
he's a good manager, but he's not the
what we are going.
Yeah,
this will be such a Roman thing to do. Like if you, like I said, the bigger problem for me with trust the process. It's not about the players. It's not about recruitment. It's about the same freaking style of the managers. Yeah. That was the problem. I don't think Roman ever tried not to be consistent. I just think the stupidest thing he ever done is hire wrong types of managers right after another. That's the biggest problem with me for Roman. Nothing against the signings. Nothing against the board. Well, I will plead the fifth on that, but for me, the biggest problem was it was always the managers. It was always not the right managers at the wrong time, at the right time. For fuck's sake, mate, we had the players that actually really good and going forward and tactical. He gets them out and puts the bums. Don't get me started. That whole thing with whole time with Roman when he brought a completely different style, like with what's his name, that toothless bastard from Italy that smokes. Don't get me started.
So for everybody still being pessimistic, you do know that I think we won like 83% of the games that Reece James has started. That's even a recent stat. So wait till people come back fit.
Before he becomes.
I heard he's available, but I wouldn't play him, to be fair. I'll bring him on the last 30 minutes.
Why would you not play him?
Because rushing him back is like...
But he's not
I don't understand this.
back.
It's not rushing him back. I don't understand. It's not rushing him back. It's not.
No, it is. Trust me.
Why are you also racist against Russians? What the fuck?
Whoa.
No, I'll bring him on in the last 30, 40 minutes, I'd say.
Rushing back.
At the end of the day, if he comes back and gets injured again, it's the medical team and the medical team only.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Of course it is.
No, it's not.
Why not? Why not?
You're going to blame the medical team?
No, I'll tell you why I'm blaming the medical team. Okay. Because the medical team are helping him rehab back from this injury.
Like if I'm getting injured right after they told me that I'm clear to go, and
that's on them.
But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, the medical team are helping him rehab from this injury. Okay, and they are giving updates to the manager of his process and progression. Okay, if they go to Potter and say he is able to play and he's ready to start, and then he gets injured again, he clearly wasn't able to start.
Not the medical
Reece
team.
James is gonna say no to Potter. I'm not starting. Is that what he's gonna tell him?
You don't get it, do you? You don't.
I don't get it. Please
seriously, you don't. All the medical staff does is they'll do a scan. The tear is completely healed. He's not reported any pain or swelling in training. He's fit to go.
That's not true.
That is exactly what they do.
That's not true. That's not true. They should be doing.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I forgot they have a magic wand.
No, it's not a magic wand. They should be doing tests, just though. They should be doing tests.
I just said they do. The test is. Does the scan show any damage still?
No. I don't mean tests by in scans and results of how good the ligament looks in terms of healing. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about on pitch scans. How is he reacting to the injury and reacting to recovery?
Do that.
Yeah, okay. If they've done that, then they should have an indication.
And there's no pain or swelling or adverse reactions. That means he's fit. That's how you get fit.
What I just
shoot somebody?
That was wild.
What the fuck did I just see?
Oh, sorry. Camera on. My bad.
Yo.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
That was a leak.
Right, if we don't make it fast, if we make it through this, then we are uncancelable.
Just it's a bit late, but apologies to headphone users. Fucking hell.
Alex, is that? Oh. Anyway, my point is, I don't think we can continue after that. I think we should.
No, I think that's awesome.
I've no idea where to fucking.
That's a good transition to the next topic.
I'm just saying is that they should. These are professionals.
Outside the window of his house, like bang.
They're professionals at the end of the day. They should
something like that.
The one thing I can't stand is a player coming back from injury and getting injured.
Sorry, I thought I turned the camera off and mic.
But who were you shooting?
Fucking somebody's on my property.
Okay.
I hope you're joking. I hope you're.
It was an animal. It was an
animal. It was animal.
Okay, cool. Dinner's sorted.
No, I don't need to.
That said, Crip Alex shooting the ops. Can't be arsed. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell.
What's wrong? I never heard something.
That somebody's got to clip that and frickin' make it go viral.
Out of context. That's you, bro.
But yeah, where's that? Where's he been?
And guys, like and subscribe. Like, what streams do you see shots getting fired in?
Did you
literal?
Not regularly.
Quite literal shots.
What are you saying, Justice?
I said, did you hit it?
Oh
yeah.
Okay. Well, at least that's a good shot.
Now I gotta go fucking clean up because I thought it was a bird. Thought it was a bird shots. It was a box of rip.
Oh, you shot me a buck shot. You got a shovel and a plastic bag.
No, I have a fire. I'm gonna just.
You just gonna put gasoline on it and light it?
No. I already have a fire started outside.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway.
That is fucking mad.
He is caused.
CNEX says, shout out to my fellow gun touting Southerners. Big up, big up.
Yeah. I get too much trouble if I fire a gun because I live in the city limits.
Oh, we
Me
can't
too.
even find any over here.
Technically, me too. I just know a lot of cops.
Oh, that
If we
poor
pay
guy.
Yes,
This
Kai,
we
my
pay
backup
80
to the
mil for
Ziyech
Caicedo.
stand.
I don't think Kai's a
no,
Ziyech stand.
no.
Yo,
I
Kai,
don't
come
like
on, man.
Ziyech.
Kai.
Just
Send me your
because we both
PayPal,
of us
man.
like couscous, bro, doesn't mean I'm Christian, bro.
Send me your PayPal. I got you, bro. You and Scott, then Lewis.
I am
Alex,
good.
would
Bro.
you
I'm, not,
pay,
I'm not giving you any of my details, bro. I'm
Would
not-
you
Bro,
pay
trust
80
me,
or
I'll
90 mil?
tell Ziyech to send you his weekly
Yeah.
wage, and then you'll be on my side.
Hold on.
I don't
We
need-
just glossed over the
Alina.
fact that you like couscous.
I love couscous.
Couscous, yeah, man.
But not
Alina.
the way that Europeans make it, like on salad and that horrible. They just ruin cuisines. It's supposed to be eaten with meat and potatoes, and it's not supposed to be like a vegan-y kind of thing, man. It's supposed to be like a rice, like how you eat rice, Jester.
Okay.
They just
I'm not a big
Somebody
rice
asked if
eater, but,
Mount is outside of my house.
I was just thinking that oh man, that poor Mexican just looking for a better life, man. Come on, Alex.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man. Yeah, but people in the comments, man, you never seen a gun, bro. Actually, I'm used to it in Israel, man. I hear shots all the time, man. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's
Gypsy
like-
bodybuilder Kai. I love Galib.
Gypsy buddy.
Gypsy? How the fuck did I become a gypsy, bro?
That
Would you pay 80, 90 million for Caicedo to stop Arsenal winning the league? That's the big question.
They're not gonna win the league. The way that City played against them with the second team, man, they're not winning the league.
You never know, man. Anything happens.
Arsenal was the
Neither
second
do you,
team.
man.
City did
So
not have a second team on.
That is not true. City had a lot of second team players, man.
I'm sorry.
Well,
City
what
don't
about
have a second team.
Arsenal? What about the whole Arsenal team? Like the
Arsenal
whole
too,
back-
but City has much more depth though.
City don't even have a second team. I'm sorry. Some of those
Without-
players
Hey,
that started
they have
yesterday
2 or 3 teams.
start in the Premier League.
huh?
Who's playing that back?
What do you mean City don't have a second team?
No, I'm
Because
saying that.
he means like they
Ake-
have a
You
lot
want
of
me to
different-
name their second team for you real
They
quick?
have-
No. But what I'm saying
It means
is,
they have
Mila,
depth,
close
just
the
like
door.
they have them.
Ake, you got Ake, Rico Lewis. Like these players start in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like on a good game time in the Premier League as well. Not even like once in a while.
Yeah, Rico Lewis is not good, by the way.
Whoa.
You see how good their team looked when Kyle Walker came in?
I mean,
It was
he's 17.
Bro,
Chester,
but-
man.
I
Why
mean,
do we
he
need to-
literally
why
came
do
on
we
against
need
us
to-
and they looked better. He
Why do we need
improved
to
them.
Why do you need to steal Caicedo from Arsenal, bro? Like,
By the way, how is everybody impressed with Ake? The ones that didn't want him at Chelsea.
I always knew he was a good footballer.
I always knew he was a decent player. He reminds me of Cavallo a lot.
You know,
Yeah, but he's not from England, man. So the Cobham stands don't like him, even though he's a Cobham brother.
He's literally from our academy.
I know.
He's a really
He's
good,
not-
talented player. He's one of those players that did not shy from the youngest age. He becomes better and better when he gets older. I know.
I just think back in the summer, he was being touted as a backup option, which made absolutely no sense. And we didn't have a primary left centre back, but we were looking for a backup. That logic didn't make any sense to me. That was my point of contention with this signing.
Yeah.
I gotta go again for a second. Hold on, be back.
Yo,
I'll
leave
turn
the
the
camera
camera
on,
off.
leave the
They're
camera
still
on.
twitching. They're still twitching.
No, Alex,
No.
man, you got to leave the camera on.
U.S. immigration, bro.
Galib says Alex got more shots on target than our fucking attack. It's all mad. Big up Adrian also says out of context football Chelsea fan upset with Chelsea's lack of shooting outside the box or at goal. Takes matters into his own hands and shoots from window. Sounds a lot more morbid than what actually happened. But pick up yourself, Adrian. Big up. Fucking hell.
that is true. We don't shoot from outside the box very often. We try to dribble it into the back of the
We
goal.
don't shoot at all. We pass more than we pass the keepers. When is the last time we actually shot a shot that actually put like the goalkeeper in danger? Bro? We have to make a really good save.
The last one I can
Like,
remember.
That wasn't a header. That wasn't a header. That was actually a shot.
Genuinely, as in when you say, are you talking just any shot or an outside the box shot?
Any shot whatsoever, because this is how petty we are now.
I was gonna Felix had some against Fulham.
Yeah,
I remember
Felix.
that.
Yeah, but that's
against,
I'm talking about like our traditional attackers. I'd like to call them, Scott.
Oh,
The
fuck no.
legacy
I know, I
legacy
think-
attackers.
Didn't Havertz have one that he put straight at the keeper?
Bro, Havertz shoots like a bitch.
Mount
Havertz-
used to shoot.
Havertz
Like
pass. Kai Champions League. Champions League was 3 years ago, my man. It's been a long time ago, bro. It's 2021, man. We're 2023 now, bro. It's a new year, bro. Come on, man. Chelsea fans
some
need to
people
move
still
on,
live
man.
in there. Some
People need
still
to
live
move
in
on, man. Come on, including
You
Lewis.
can
Still has
never
a
move
picture
on from a
behind him, bro.
Champions League, Kai. You can never move on from a Champions League.
I mean, you can like accept the achievements and kind of aim for more, or you can just be like, just
When your rivals have been irrelevant for a decade, you can always rub it in more.
no. I disagree, man. Like I look at the Real Madrid win trophy after trophy after trophy, and then you rub it in. You don't just like go into retirement.
Retirement.
Like
Who's
we are
our
now.
rivals, by the way?
Arsenal apparently our rivals.
Arsenal, Man United, all our Premier League big rivals.
Bro,
They haven't been our rivals for a decade.
That's what I'm saying.
Over a decade, yeah.
No, I'm
City-
saying they've been irrelevant for that long.
I had people at work who've been avoiding me because I'm a Chelsea fan. All of a sudden, like
That's
talking
what
to
I'm
me,
saying.
like,
That's the life.
see Chelsea lost again. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know you were alive for a while, man. Thank God for texting me and telling me you're alive.
Yeah.
The
That's
Mount
why
era,
we
bro.
stay-
Get him out, bro. Get him out.
It's good to see that Kai doesn't care about his co-workers, but
I do not care about my course or you, Dwar.
oh, that's
I'm
a shame.
sorry. I'm joking. I'm joking, though. I love you. Dwar is my guy, man. How you doing, man? You good?
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Alex is not here, boy, so don't worry, man. You're not gonna be bullied. Hopefully.
I'll give it time.
I might get shot though.
Yeah. Luckily, we don't allow guns in the UK.
Yeah, you allow knives instead. Everybody's getting.
Yeah,
but you-
it's bad. I
You
actually
can't
think
go.
I'd rather be
No,
shot
stop,
than
stop,
stabbed.
Kai. Let's
People
not
are getting
compare,
attacked
Kai.
with fucking
No,
machetes.
Kai,
man.
Kai,
No,
chill,
we don't
chill.
have guns. We don't
You
have
can't walk.
guns.
You can't walk into Tesco and buy a Rambo, man. It's like
Bullshit.
it's not.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I've seen
No,
a
what do you mean
video of people-
bullshit? What do
I've
you
seen
mean
a vi-
bullshit?
You
You can
can
go
video
to
of
bloody
people-
TKZ, whatever your
I've
shit
seen
you pull over
people-
there,
I've seen
and
people-
get a
I've
fucking
seen people-
sniper.
I've seen Uber drivers getting robbed with machetes and kids at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but
in-
you
in
can't.
London.
You can't walk into Tesco and get it.
This has
Like you lot can
become
in bloody
extremely
America.
political. Do we really need to go down this
You can
route?
go to bloody
Because
Target
you're
and get
talking,
AK-47.
you're chatting shit. I've been to both the US and both of the UK, and I felt more safe in the US than I was in the
So
UK.
you're telling me you went to the UK, went into a Tesco and bought a Rambo knife, yeah?
I'm not talking about like buying a Rambo knife. It
We
doesn't
don't even
matter.
have Tesco in the
Even-
United States, so
Let's not get into that debate because
Yeah, Kai, backstage, man. Meet me backstage.
Yeah, we will talk because it's not the
How about
place.
catch
Have
me
some respect for
outside?
Lewis, but yeah, but
Catch me
then
outside,
like,
Kai, bro. Catch me outside.
People, let's not get Alex deported. How you can deport a citizen?
Yeah, he's a citizen.
hey man, I saw that one girl. She joined the dark side, as I like to call them, man, and she did lose her citizenship, and she was regretting it. I don't know if you heard about that story, Justin, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
it did have it is possible, man.
Oh yeah, but well, yeah, if you make friends with the enemy.
With that dark side, you don't want to get Lewis canceled. You're not even allowed to say their names. Yeah, but yeah.
I didn't. I just said
if,
enemy.
if this stream ain't doesn't get me cancelled, we're fine. Just say whatever.
I'll be honest. I don't know why there's all this cancel talk. We don't say anything like along the lines. We're pretty reserved, I'd say.
Yeah,
I'm
but we
very
know how
reserved, man.
sensitive this world is in 2023 too. Like we know we're fine, but
Mm.
someone will go, "You shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be told."
I think the worst thing that somebody said on the stream was when the Queen died, and like I think it was Josh and someone else were like laughing or something.
Oh
I don't know.
yeah, Josh
I
was
think-
moving mad.
I think that's
Yeah.
the worst thing that's happened.
I mean, because I'm not used to having kings and queens in 21st century.
Well,
but,
we have queens in America, but they're not royalty.
I mean, neither are ours. They're kind of just like what's it called? They're
I
just-
mean,
they're just in-
they are.
I mean, they
royalty.
have no power. They're just there. You know.
Well,
they're
try
just-
to attack him. See how
They do
we
have
got
power.
no
What do you mean
power.
I mean, try to attack anybody. There's going to be consequences.
Come
so
to
like,
America. There's no consequences. Depends how you attack it. If you see
What-
who's
what are you-
attacker
what are you
and you're
talking about?
able to speak after that, that's a different story. But you can
You
get
can't-
attacked and you don't know who did it. I didn't do
can't
it.
You can't attack anybody in the UK. Or
Yeah,
anywhere.
you can. Just don't make
Not
sure he
legally.
doesn't see you.
I mean,
Well,
legally, again with the legally you can't. Right, but most places you're not gonna come to somebody who's gonna attack you and be like, "Hey, legally you can't attack me, bro." That's not how it works.
No, I'm
people
just saying
know
that wasn't the point. But anyway, don't worry. It's not important.
Yeah.
No, but you're saying
Those
people
are
because-
get
those
attacked,
are, those
you
are the
can.
people that saying like, "Oh, don't touch me." That's the battery. That's the battery. Like, okay.
I know what you mean.
Look,
Alex.
I've been sued for
Oh shit.
for beating somebody else. We went to the judge, and I told the judge, and he's like, okay, bye.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
the
like it's not a guarantee that you get prosecuted for doing anything wrong. It just depends on
Where
how
did
far
we
you
get
take
out?
it.
How many lawyers do we have in the stream?
Me?
No lawyers?
You?
Yeah, me.
Are you a lawyer? Well,
No, don't entertain. Just bypass that.
I am. I don't know why you're so shocked by that.
My beard looks like coochie. So you're saying you want to screw my mouth?
Huge.
Yeah, that's a you
Why?
problem, not a
Why
me
would you
problem.
say that on camera? Oh
and
my god!
Why are you going around with hairy pussies, bro? Okay, man. It's on you, man. It's not a jester. It's on you.
That's definitely a you problem, not a me problem. If a man's mouth is reminding you of that area,
Can I get a yo in chat?
Oh my days, no! Please
There
don't
we
do
go.
it. Oh my days, man. Yeah.
This is what
Are
happens
we
when
gonna?
Chelsea doesn't sign anybody.
When is Felix
Foley out.
coming back, man? When is Felix
Foley
coming
out.
up?
Felix comes back after the next game, so he has one more game of suspension.
West Ham away. Declan Rice won't know what hits him.
Declan Rice is fighting the relegation. His
Oh my word! I'm on the. Oh my word! Somebody posted me on Twitter.
How do you guys find yourself on Twitter? Did he like
Don't
tag
tell me
you?
the out of context account's already moved.
Chris Blue. I don't know who Chris Blue is.
You live in the South, Alex. Nobody can take that out of context as work-wise, yeah.
Oh, I don't give a flying rat's ass, man.
You don't, but sometimes the companies, they try to act like humanitarians, you know.
And
I'm watching it right now.
Imagine right now he gets a text, Alex, you come to the office in the morning, you know?
FBI.
Look at Lewis' face. He's like, what just happened?
The FBI wants to know your location.
Oh,
this is a goated stream now.
I love this stream is iconic. This stream's already fucking iconic and nothing's happened. It's all mad. Oh, what the fuck?
But yeah, Chelsea are looking at somebody who's similar to Enzo, kind of. You could call him like the Walmart version Enzo from Atletico Madrid, man.
Dude.
What's his name?
Forgot his name, man. What's his name?
Atletico Madrid?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want the Walmart Enzo. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't want Walmart Enzo. I just want Enzo, bro. That's the only one I want.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even want Caicedo that bad. Unless we stop Arsenal
Neither
getting
do I.
because Partey
Newcastle got Madison.
Yeah, I saw that.
And James Gordon.
Partey got injured.
Officially.
So...
Madison?
Yeah.
Partey is going to be heading up prison at sea.
Madison one's going to Newcastle. It's a good signing for them.
Good.
Alex Garcia, that's the one, yeah.
Alex Garcia, I knew you were talking about him. He's from Girona, not Atletico Madrid.
Any conversation about what's his name?
My Sharona?
No, the what's his name?
Who?
Never mind. Just bypass. Kicked out of my head and.
He's got PTSD already. He's got PTSD already.
From killing a rabbit, man. He got PTSD. That's nice. It's good. You're a good person, Alex.
I hope it's a good dinner.
Oh no, he's just gonna dispose of it. Not gonna eat it.
Oh,
you don't even know what it is. It could be a vulture.
Do you guys remember how, like, after the Fulham game, how we all felt like our world was collectively ending? Like after the
game?
the Fulham game. You know, because like it was a dire game. You performed horribly. João Felix is our one bright spot gets sent off, and yeah,
bro, that is the Chelsea luck. But then again, I believe that you make your own luck. Like we kind of, you know.
I think
think we played well. I just hope that Potter, like for the next game.
Oh, Partey. Now I remember Partey injury yesterday.
Yeah,
any news on his injury?
Apparently he's gonna be out for a while, man.
Nah, he's all right.
No,
really?
It's what got him out like last time when he was out for a while. That's what
with the rib.
Not with a rib. Something with.
No, he has a rib injury. Is what they.
A rib injury. What are you talking about, Kai?
Yeah, but he's out for a while, man.
Oh,
That's what what's his name said. Wasn't he today?
I don't know. He went to MRI yesterday. That's what I was. Yeah, Partey gonna be fine for Everton game. People saying like, yeah. Kai, wishful
That's
thinking.
not what I
I
heard.
guess.
Bro, if he gets injured, they're out of the competition. But they will sign Caicedo if he's out for a while.
I don't know what's uniquely special about Caicedo that other DMs don't have in particular.
First of all, he's not a DM, still a DM. He's one of the DMs.
He's not DM active anyway. He's
How
not
many
DM.
DMs do we need, man? How many DMs we gonna get into this team, man?
We don't have none of them. We're not
Well,
playing
I'm saying, like,
DMs.
what's the goal? What's the goal?
What's
We've
the goal?
got
We
one.
have-
You need at least two.
Yeah. What
Our
we
And
goal
we
need
is
might
is
to
have
score
the,
goals.
one
what
leaving.
we need is the defensive-minded midfielders.
So you guys
That
would
can
pay
play
the money
after.
for Caicedo, like them.
Are
just
you
Yes,
get
I would.
DMs about me, Lewis?
No, I was rewatching the video back. It's fucking hilarious, bro.
I'm sorry, I thought my camera was off.
Nah, it's funny, bro. It's fucking hilarious.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
wanna
I'm
get you in
retweeting the
trouble.
hell out of that damn thing.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But back to what I'm saying, I just hope like Potter like learns from that last game we played, and he actually like rotate the bad apples, as I like to call them, just to keep it PG, just so we can like actually start like producing something nowadays. Because you just playing them out of like form just for the sake of playing them, because they like to play, is really not helping us. It's not really benefiting us. Like how many
Hey,
times
Kai?
did we? Yep.
Should we start Reece James?
Yes, sir. We want to fucking win. We want to win.
Definitely
What
not.
is this, man? What's the point of sport if we're not trying to win, man?
No.
Don't.
Good
Absolutely
man.
not.
Good man, Kai.
No, but we just replace him after like 60, 70 minutes, man. What's the
No,
issue?
man. These players have
mean,
lives.
it's
You
depends
need the
on-
same plan for the game where he
I
came
don't
back and
see
got
any
injured.
reason to change our back four. They've had 2 clean sheets in their last 2.
Yeah, but we don't want to clean sheet. We want to win too, not just get clean
Yes,
sheets.
but also
Right, I'm thinking
I don't
of
want to
Reece James
risk.
defensively.
I don't want
You
to
see,
risk
that's
Reece
why.
James.
That's
more than
exactly
you
why I
have to.
said I don't rate Kai's comments unless he talks about a forward line. Those are kind of
Why?
comments.
We need them to be fit, man.
Look at-
Yeah,
at the
and,
guys
and
that-
Kai, we had the same thing last time. We brought him back with a view to take him off
So,
after
so how
60
many more
minutes.
games
He
are
was
you going to
injured
see him
after
on the?
50.
But
or
are you
not
gonna
play
hear
him?
my answer though?
Give
Go
him 2
on.
or 3
No,
games.
you
full
already
answer.
gave me your answer.
No, because you guys interrupt me in the middle. He should play, but the medical team should clear it. If the medical team clears it and he gets injured again, then the medical team needs to be replaced. Because
No, I think we just need to be
Yeah, we got-
ultra precautious with him because of the frequency of his injuries. You know,
Imagine saying like, "Oh, we need the right back so bad, so because we need to win.
Yeah, we do need to win. Yeah,
We need the right back so bad because we need to win."
because I want to win, man. I'm not
our
gonna
right
throw away
back
the
is very
season.
important on our team.
Yeah,
I
don't
know
want to
what
throw
it
away
is.
But just it's only important as it is now for us because our attackers are shit. That's the only reason why it's that important, man.
But our attack is better. So let's see how it goes. First of all, for the life of anything happened with Potter, I finally see the consistency with the performance, even though it's still not attractive and not the way it is. But at least we stop conceding. Let the build the confidence players. Let the build everything. Everything needs to be built, man. Not everything just goes, oh wow. Like,
can I ask you a question as well for bringing him back? Say you bring him back and he gets injured. What does that mean then for the rest of the season? We're stuck with Aspi and Chalobah again. Say we don't play him and we lose. What the fuck does that mean for the rest of the season? It means nothing.
Until when would you wait?
Basically a write-off.
Until we can be perfectly secure that he can.
First of all,
sustain
any
90
common
minutes.
sense.
How can we be perfectly secure?
No, okay, hold on. Let me talk. If you, Kai, you literally just said, okay, cool. Will we play him for 60, 70 minutes and get some use out of him just so we can barely squeeze the win?
Yeah, and then we rotate him.
Hold on. It's not worth risk. Hold on. It's not worth risking a player if you all you can get out of them is 60 minutes. Until you can be perfectly secure that he can play 90 minutes consistently.
You can never be perfectly secure, though. You can never be.
Okay, maybe not perfectly secure, but a little bit more secure, slightly more secure, a bit more secure. Does
You know what would be more
you?
secure if he doesn't play at all? Then he won't get injured at all.
Okay, cool. Then don't fucking play him.
I think give him a bit of minutes.
I think
Give him
we're
60
going in a
minutes.
loop. I think Duoscope, you're going in a loop again with your conversation. You like loop
What
mode. I'm talking about you aggressively talking. Remember we talked to you? Aggressively talking for no. Calm down.
Either way,
I'm trying.
either way, like
You see,
until
that's the loop.
brother,
That's
this is
the
the
loop.
first I want to speak and you interrupted me. Listen, until we can get some sustained performances out of him, sustained playing time out of him, I don't think we need to rush him back preemptively.
How do you know that then?
I mean, listen. None of us know that. None of us know that. None of us are aware.
So you're saying do not play him for the rest of the year?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying treat him with extra caution. That's all I'm saying. Because he's such a valuable asset.
But he hasn't played for like years. Now he's finally back training. He has 2 weeks to heal, kind of.
Okay, all I'm saying is we gave this brother a whole World Cup to recover. His first game back, he got injured. I'm not trying to do the same thing.
Medical.
This is where I'm gonna bring back Dildo Excel because I tried, but it doesn't work. Now I'm gonna talk like a physician, like how you're a lawyer. I'm a physician, just like you're a lawyer. So first of all, in any common sense, when you bring a player from injury, it's not starting. You bring him as a sub. It's it.
Facts.
Any common sense. That's what we do.
Why doesn't he play and then he becomes a sub? Why can't we do that then? He play 45 minutes, then he's subbed if we are winning, right?
Oh,
manage him that way.
That was the point I was arguing. You just made up a whole
remember what happened last time we did that? Literally.
No, last time we took him off only because he was injured. We didn't take him off because we were
after 50 minutes. After 50 minutes.
Yeah, but we just but we play him before he gets injured. We don't wait until he gets injured. We play him like first half, then we take him off.
Hi, do you understand?
That's the literally same thing we did last time, and he got injured 5 minutes after the restart.
Exactly.
We literally did that last time, Kai. We literally did that last time, and within 5 minutes of the restart in the second half, he got injured.
Okay, so what we're saying is, if he starts and gets injured, it's bad. But if he comes on as a substitute and gets injured, it's okay.
Magically becomes like
give him some minutes. You don't have to start someone.
That's not how it works. The problem with Reece James and the reason why Reece James is better come as the sub, not the starter, it's because it's the break. There's a break in the first half and the second half. And if you know anything about the game and any physical thing, if you slow down, you become stiff. When you become stiff, you tend to get re-injured. That 15-minute break after the first half, it's the time when the players actually get stiff. They don't stay. They try to rest. They try to get
cooling down.
They're cooling down. Muscle, it's harder to go get warm up again right after the break. That's why you bring him off the bench, because there is no break. You constantly warming him up. That's the problem with the starting and versus not starting and bring him off the bench.
The way you do it is you give him 25 minutes this game. Next game you give him, let's say, 40, maybe a half. Then the next game you start him, but go 60 minutes, I'm taking you off. And then if he's still fine after that, then you can start him and play him full games. Yeah. There is literally no point in this next game playing him from the start and playing him any more than like 30 minutes. Unless you want him to get injured.
Any sports, when you start, just think, if any of you did any kinds of sport, if you started and all of a sudden you stop for 10-15 minutes, it's harder to get in. It's harder to get back into it. Your muscles are stiff. That what's the name of that?
Lactic acid.
Lactic acids built up in your muscles. It doesn't let you move. So what you do, you use a different muscle to how you say it? Fucking English. You compensate with one muscle category onto the different, and that's how you get injured.
Well, again, it's all great and good to say, well, let's just bring him in slowly, but there's no guarantee that the first time he steps on the pitch, whether it's as a sub, as a starter, within the first 5 minutes he could get injured. Right?
Yes, there's but not you can minimize a risk. There's a risk. But it's a minimizing
you guys are
risk.
So desperate, man. Like it's just not that serious.
Minimizing the risk. That's it.
Exactly.
It's the percentage. It's minimizing the risk.
There's less of a risk that he gets injured when you're giving him 20 minutes or 30 minutes in a game than you playing him 60 minutes from the start. Whereas Alex said, he has a chance to rest at halftime, so lactic acid builds up, and also like. Later on in the game, you'd hope, depending on how we are as a team, you'd hope that the team is in a good position to where he doesn't need to go at full throttle from the start or full throttle straight away. that 30 minutes he can use to check, to test his fitness, to test whether he's still up to match pace. Because you'd hope as a team, with the rest of the team on the pitch, that we're in a position where we're not 1-0 down and we're not losing, or he's not got to come in and literally be the difference maker after coming back from an injury. Like,
and again, what other problem that can actually hurt you as a muscle? Cold. Guess what? England in no Africa. There is no warm there.
Bro.
It's freaking freezing. And if you have a lactic acid build up and you cold, you're not getting warm as quick as you think. Your brain blocks it. Come on.
Well, I again, we've seen.
No, I will be okay if he will start and don't come back after the second half.
That's fine with me.
That
too.
will be fine. But
That's
I know he will.
Because
our
there's no
medical
difference.
team's that shit though. Our medical team's that shit. When our players were actually
shit.
fit with Tuchel, he gave them 2 or 3 weeks extra, and our players still got injured.
It's not. Look,
That's
you're dealing with
the whole point.
You're dealing
We
with
didn't
players.
trust our medical team at the time. That's it. Our medical team is that shit.
I just think we
It's
should
not.
prioritize Reece James's long-term recovery over short-term wins.
Then you want to shut him down
Which
for the
is
rest
this
of the
is why
year.
you bring him on late.
I'll be real. Like, I'm like, there's a small part of me that's calm with him setting the rest of the season out. If it means long term, he's calm. He's fine.
Exactly. Same thing. I don't really care.
What does this season mean? I'll call. We might finish top 4 in the grand scheme of things with the players that we're bringing in come the summer and the changes we make come the summer. Who really cares at the end of the day? Like, there's plenty of people on here, including myself, that said we're calm with not even getting Europe because we know come next season that there are players that come in and things that are being put in place to where we know that we can start to move on from there. It's like if say we don't play him and we lose a few more games than we should do, who really cares at the end of the day? Like, if long term it means that he plays for longer and he's more influential long term.
But you can't guarantee that by shutting him down.
Oh my God! It's the same thing Alex said. It's literally you're minimizing risk.
You're minimizing the
like
risk.
The margin of error is a lot less if you manage him properly than if you just throw him in, play him 60 minutes, and then hope that it's all okay because you want to save this season. That means literally fuck all in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Well, again, you could shut him down for the whole season, and the first training back in the summertime, he could have a season-ending injury. Okay, cool. So there's no guarantee.
Just leave it. Jester, you're right. Jester, you're right. You're right. But what?
It's not worth. This isn't worth it, man.
Jester is right. Jester is right. The problem is he looks from this perspective. I'm looking for his career as a player total. That's it.
Same.
Yeah. Well, there's no guarantee
exactly
that they won't pick up more injuries. So you might as well play your best players.
He could fall over.
It's a crapshoot anyway.
It's the same difference, but you just got to minimize the risk.
Yeah. Do you see
we're just repeating ourselves now. Like,
I'm not saying
let's move up the pitch. Let's move up the pitch. What do you guys like for the next game? How would you organize the rest?
Give number 10.
I know. Do you ever say something serious, man?
Click.
You think I'm
Ziyech, Oba, Mudryk, Bill, Ziyech, Havertz, Mudryk.
Habibi. Click. Just every time you're gonna be mentioning your boyfriend, I'm gonna be doing like click.
Don't pull out that gun on me, Alex, man. Please.
Sterling is back as well. That kid we just find.
Somebody's in the metro.
Metro factory, don't know, man.
No, subway.
As long as Mount doesn't play, I'm fine. I don't care.
Mount has to be dropped.
Mount and Havertz have to be dropped.
I second that statement.
I could see Havertz start, to be fair.
Havertz is going to play, by the way.
He should be dropped.
Havertz will play because Potter rates him.
But Mount shouldn't.
He probably
will. I guarantee you he will.
There's nothing to even rate with him. Like, fair enough. Havertz had a semi-decent game against Liverpool. Fair enough.
No, but Lewis, he presses. He presses, Lewis.
Mount doesn't even press.
He doesn't even press anymore, man. He doesn't even
press anymore.
But he presses, man.
The problem
he
is
his hair more than anything.
The problem is we don't play press as a team, so I don't think it's fair. if you want to
but Alex,
blame
did we
Mount
used
on
to play
anything,
press as a team, Alex? Did we used to press as a team when he used to press? He used to always
well,
press
Yes,
I
badly.
we
used to be
That's
a
what he was
lot of
famous for,
things.
man.
I
The
used to
same
have
way he did for
hair.
England.
I used to have a hair.
True.
Again, look,
Mm.
if you
Kids
want to
washed.
blame Mount, if you want to blame Mount for something, blame for something existing. Don't blame him on the thing that the whole team's supposed to do it, not just one player.
Alex, did you say you think he's not performing well because he's played too much games?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I just said
heard.
the guy needs to be on a bench. That's literally what I said.
Facts.
That could be a fact.
Liverpool's bench, but yeah.
He's played over 140 games, I think, Mount, for Chelsea already.
he's played. I'm pretty sure he's played close to 180. I could
Yeah, I
be
was
wrong,
going to
but I'm
say
pretty
he's
sure he's
definitely
close to
over
180.
140 in 3 years. That's a lot of games.
No, plays the press.
I
ball.
actually had to call out a so-called journalist for putting out bullshit stats on Mount.
Oh,
Man, like,
Yeah, like last year he said he only played 43 games or 45 games, and in reality he played 53. So it's like, come on, people! If you have to make up shit to make somebody look good, he's not that good.
Going back to what I just said, Mount's played close to 200 games for Chelsea.
Yep.
That's a lot, actually, by that age. A
He's
lot.
played 187, which is wild.
That's a
How old is he?
lot.
24 now.
That's
24,
probably
yeah.
100
Yeah.
too many.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. Compared to
That's been for
like
500.
no, you see, I can see
Likes
the
to play.
reason. No,
That's
that's
been
not
here for a
only it. That's
decade,
not
too.
only it. If you think about it, the European, like with the championship, since the Championship League season, with European competition and World Cup, I wonder how many games he played since that. I bet you there's a lot. I can see people saying that he's
I can't lie, if he keeps going at this rate, he's going to be one of those players that's done by like
that
30.
died. Yeah,
Yeah, he's literally,
No,
his career is going to be like, if he keeps going at this rate, his career will be dead by 30. He'll be done.
Why'd you
He'll
say
be
that?
like, he'll be like
I'm
Reggie
saying
Howard.
28.
Why'd you say that,
Hopefully-
Scott?
Hopefully,
He's
be
got
at the
the
club
place
with
already.
because
exceptional
there's
hours, man.
why he's saying that. There's
Yeah.
thing
There's
called
a big
biology.
correlation. I was saying there's a big correlation between too many games early on in your career and then having a shorter
Yeah,
career.
there's
a big
biology.
correlation.
and
I was
Real
also, I
gonna say,
think
biology, real biology
I was
has
gonna
only
say,
two
if you look
genders, two genders, and the real joints, and those joints go down when you get older.
Yeah, you only
someone's
have
used
a
the best
certain amount of
example, and I know
minutes
he
on
had
your
injuries.
legs.
Michael Owen's a great example. Like the only way Rooney would be a good example, but he elongated his career by adapting his play and the way and where he played.
Mhm.
Like that's the only reason he played for the few extra years he played, is because he was able to adapt his game and adapt where he played. Like
Yeah,
Owen could not adapt because he only had one way of playing. Like he was a great player, but he only had one way of playing. So when the injuries started to hit him, he was fucked. Like his career was done by like 29, 30. He was done.
That's why it's good with all the signings we brought in. Like most of the players, they're like they've only got about 50 games played in their career. So
There's a different approach now to sports science, and there's new things coming out with sports science and the whole new thing. And Thiago Silva playing at age 39, he doesn't perform like a runner or anything. Of course, the brain is the major food, and it's like I think there's something about the brain and the supplements that can increase and prolong your careers. And
Well,
that's
the other thing,
that's the fact. I think what's his name? I don't know what he does, but Thiago Silva literally does something special. I don't know. He never broadcasted, never did it. But what he does, I would like to know what he does, because he does something special off the side of the Chelsea camp.
I can tell you, he's Brazilian, and those dudes are different genetically.
Yeah, Ronaldo isn't.
I say R9 would disagree.
Yeah, R9 would disagree. It's
not everybody.
R9 just like the food, man. R9
Of
just
course
love the
it's
food.
not.
That's it is, man.
Of course it's not. But it's exactly, Kai, exactly. What you put in your hole, that's how you're gonna perform.
Your body, yeah. If you take care of yourself.
Pause.
And also, it's your style of play. Like Arnaud's point,
Exactly.
obviously he was quite like
Respect
big and
William,
bulky,
bro.
but he's also very explosive. So his joints are gonna take a beating.
He's bulky because he eats like a fucking cow, bro. That's why
William's
he's bulky,
doing
man.
well
You
at
don't become
34.
bulky
That's
just
a
because for the sake of it, man.
Same.
When's
That's
the
why I
last
have a
time he-
problem with Rice. With Reese.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
bulky player. He relies on his joints to stabilize himself
It's-
to play the physical battle of the defender,
It's,
and it will go
it's the
down on
same.
him.
It's the same thing with Kante. Kante has probably max a year at the top level because the way he plays is just unsustainable. It was good when he was like 27, 28 and he could run everywhere. But like there are certain things there's some things he can do, Alex, but there's certain things he has to do, like not get attracted to the ball all the time. He could elongate his career. He is one that could elongate his career, but I don't think he will change. And then I think he's.
I don't think you understand how. When did you last time see Kante a slide tackle?
Tottenham. As far as I can remember, I think there was a game in Tottenham.
Okay, I'll
It was
give
a
you
bad
another
game,
one. Give me
wasn't it?
no. He literally doesn't slide tackle. He lately slide tackles. So for me, he uses his brain, not the body. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't go into tough challenges. Remember, he doesn't go to tough challenge. What he does the best is that pick, that nitpick. He reads the game. So for me, I don't think he's done yet. I just want to see what that surgery is done to him.
When I say that though, I mean there are certain things about like how he plays, like his need to be everywhere on the football pitch. Like I think that was cool a few years ago. He can't do that now. Because I agree with you in terms of certain aspects he has. If he could do that in a similar way or in a way that we want Jorginho to do, or Jorginho was doing at his best in the Champions League during that Champions League run, if Kante could do that and could sit and calm, he's elongating his career for like 2-3 years, and like he could elongate his career, but I don't know whether he can do that, and I feel like
That's
he's
not
going
his
to carry on.
No.
I agree, Kai, but then that's the problem. Is I feel if he comes back, for example, and he goes the same way where he's just trying to be everywhere on the pitch, it's going to be injuries again, and then it's like cool.
That's the bit you hit the nail like right on the head. How you say it? Nail on the head. The question is, it's not about him. Give the guy a decent player to play beside him, so he will not do. You don't need to play. He's
been that way. He's been that way.
I know.
2 different teams next to about 4 different players, bro. At this point, it's a style thing. That's how he plays. It's not because he's next to Jorginho.
No.
He did the same next to Matic and
See you just.
Like he does it.
Give him a player that he does not have to go on other side of the field and press to.
Cool. Then I need to see that then.
Okay, that's what I'm
right
saying.
Now, no, because right now I'm saying all I've seen him, like every player I've seen him next to, he does that same way of playing to the point where, like I said, if he plays that way continually, he will be done in about a year because he can't continue because the injuries keep happening.
All I can tell you, remember this. I'm not done with Kante yet. I'm not done. I don't think his injuries are due to him overdone it. I don't think it is.
The kid is injury prone.
The kid is older than you, man.
I'm proud of myself for that one. But no, in all seriousness, we do need to let Kante go. Like the dream is dead. Like it's long enough. Like he hardly ever plays full seasons anymore. I don't think we need to wait and see if he might system change or whatever. Like just let it go.
But we want to find out if he can still run, bro. I want to find out if he can still run.
I think we have
Like,
enough.
Why the guy? If the guy finally had the surgery, why not wait and see?
If he sits there though and mops up like
no. What I'm saying, like, let's wait until the end of the season.
No,
and see how he does.
That's fair.
I need to see him play again this season.
Exactly.
I think that is fair enough. But my main point of
I was devastated that you will not approve it.
My main point of contention is more of like the contract thing. Is like how long of a contract are we going to give, and is it really dependent on how he recovers from his surgery or whatnot? Or I don't know.
It will depend what kind of midfielders we have and what kind of midfielders we sign. That's exactly how his contract extension will be.
I also think it depends on what midfielders they're planning on getting rid of. Because if they've, because I can't lie, the more the weeks go on, I can actually see, depending on how he plays for the rest of the season and depending on how the like body language is with him for the rest of the season, I could potentially see Kovacic leaving in the summer.
I
Because
think
it looks
Kovacic leaving more than Kante.
because the thing is I would keep Kovacic over Kante normally, but Kovacic looks at the moment like he can't be bothered. He looks like so disinterested at the moment. His body language is
Bro,
shit.
I get him, man. He has to play with fucking Gallagher and Mount for the fucking rest of his career.
Hey,
I would
bro,
go-
like, but still be professional.
Wow, but when I use
I would go
excuse
too,
of the
man.
other players, that's not doesn't count.
No, bro, I get it. Like I love Kovacic, but if he doesn't want to be here, he can go.
That's
No,
that,
that's
yeah,
not what I'm saying.
That's my attitude about it. Like honestly, I love Kova. I'm not gonna be like Johnny and be like Mount is the next best thing ever. But you're right. Kova has been the same since the World Cup. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't play in the same level he played the World Cup. The World Cup he showed his level. He literally had like the most anticipations, right? Like the whole tournament. But when he come back to Chelsea, he doesn't want to play with these guys. He doesn't want to do that. If you don't,
I don't think
unfortunately,
he doesn't
they're
want it.
here, so they have to go.
He just
I don't
looks.
think he
It just
doesn't
seems to be.
want it.
I just think there's a disconnect. I don't know whether it's with him
Yeah,
and the
that's what I'm
players,
saying
him
as
and the
well.
manager. There's a
think
disconnect
it's-
somewhere. He just
Yeah.
doesn't look quite.
I
Like,
think
there's
maybe
something
the
about,
World Cup, the way they got the not out of the World Cup could be factor.
Cova's
If
been a
it-
decent player, but what's he improved on? Like he hasn't
Look-
improved in any factor.
I will say on form, he's our best midfielder. I would say right now.
I agree.
Like
Out
right
of
now.
about bunch, yes. But
Mhm.
Yeah,
It depends on the position.
And
It
what we
depends
have,
on the
yes,
position
but-
again.
what we want to build, no.
If it depends on the position again. But look, on form, yes, Kante and Kova, those two.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a rubbish pairing. I really do.
Yeah, that's a bad pairing.
Because they're both the same type of player. They want to get forward, so it leaves too much space. We saw it before.
Oh, he means individually. They didn't mean them like as a partnership.
Oh, okay. Don't have them as a
Yeah,
partnership. please.
Jorginho fits better with Kovacic. They do understand each other better.
Yeah, as a
That's not
pairing,
what I'm
don't have
saying.
Kante.
As a pair, Kova and Kante, they do not get along because
Yeah, they're the same type. They want to.
but
They
it's
want
not
to
about same time. Kova
No,
looks
that
for
is-
the
it's-
pass, and Kova look for the pass to pass it, and Kante looks for the exit routes. You see what I'm saying? Like he does not like if the reason why Kante plays better with Jorginho because Jorginho literally runs around with the finger points where he wants Kante to be.
It's also because he sits. That's the biggest thing with Kante. That's the biggest problem we have with Kante, and it comes back to what I said earlier. Like for Kante to work at his best, you need to have someone next to him that's going to sit, because otherwise, you're going to have like we saw the same problems when he played with Loftus-Cheek.
That's not the only thing
Very
contribute.
nice
The other thing he
competition.
needs to be Scott. That's not the only one. I agree with you on that one. There's another one. You need to know that Kante will not be available for you to pass it to him all the time. Kante is not available to pass it. He does. He will be, but he will not. He's not make himself available to be passing. So you need the player that if he cannot see Kante and Kante doesn't see him, he can actually pass it forward. Jorginho, if he doesn't see Kante, he passes it backwards. Or he points the finger and says, come. But if he sees, if he sees, he'll pass it to Kante, he'll pass it to Blunt Mount or to Mount, no matter who. But if he doesn't see them, he will choose to go backwards. You see what I'm saying? He's definitely will not see Misha. He's definitely Modric. He's definitely not gonna see him. You see what I'm saying?
I think we should just like completely overturn this team, man. I don't really want to build teams around Kantes and Jorginhos and all these guys. I think we need to build
the team. Nobody wants to build a
build
team,
the
but
whole
you
core.
need to have those guys in the team when the new kids coming. Otherwise, you're not
agree,
gonna have
yeah.
a sink in. You're not gonna have a quiz.
I don't know.
I don't think you need to overturn the entire midfield. I think like keeping one or two, but keeping all of them is
I'll
a lot.
rather Zakaria and Kante. That's the two that I'll keep. The
Look,
rest,
Zakari is not.
I will look.
Yeah,
if
Zakari is too injury prone for me.
Kante does not kicks in with his after the surgery, and Kova does not turn out, and those two gonna leave, I am willing to hear out the arguments about Jorginho needs to be on a bench, because somebody has to be telling those kids how to play, and I don't see nobody else can do it. Thiago Silva is not vocal. And that's the only reason, that's the only thing I will actually agree. Jorginho is the good vocal player. In that position, you has to be vocal.
Have to be.
The guy is good at it.
Also, to play like devil's advocate for Jorginho, despite the fact I do want him to go come the end of the season,
Fucking stand
is
the guy, but
like to play devil's advocate on him staying. Like you want to go back to like roles and positions and everything. Again, he's the only DM in the whole team. So unless you're signing 2 DMs, where like you're going to have the same problem that we've had with him, where you're overplaying someone because there's no other DM in the team. And I don't want to hear Zakaria because he's not a DM, and I don't want to hear Kante, and I don't want to hear Kovacic. None of them are DMs. The only DM we might have after him is Santos, and I don't even know if he's a DM because I haven't seen him enough.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna wait until the summer because it doesn't seem like we
Also,
are signed
Lewis,
a
you're on mute, by the way, bro.
we just signed that
I
guy
was
to
gonna say-
29.
Yeah, Malo Gusto, signed until
Yeah,
2029. Medicals all
Right there.
completed. Love to
Fine,
see
no
it. Let
problem,
me
right,
go through a few super chats quick. Adrian says, Paul should give Chilwell and James the same minutes he gives Oba until they're 100% fit. I completely agree. Then they need to be given normal minutes, and Oba needs to be given the same. Cenac says, unless any of you have sports medical degrees, then we follow your advice. Until then, manage his minutes and follow the medical staff and build him up. Yeah, I think most of us, except Jesters, were in agreement that we just wanted to build him up slowly. Like bring him off the
And
bench
Kai.
first game. Oh yeah, and Kai.
No,
him in
I
the
said
second
play him
game,
45 minutes, then take him
early.
off.
I'll do that for the West Ham game. For the Fulham game, I'd bring him off the bench personally. I don't think that back four needs to be changed. And Declared says this amount is for Duoscope singing on that street corner, straighten that upright hat. Hang in there, mate. Hope to see you on stream soon. Big up yourself, Declared.
Big
Hope
up
to see you
yourself,
on
Declared.
Oh.
Thanks, Scott.
But yeah, Gusto's
You're
all
welcome, bro.
done. Apparently, we might be going in
Bro.
for another bid for Caicedo. Apparently, Andrew just sent me this link from
From who?
Rudy Giletti. Don't know how reliable he is, but he says
Who is
Chelsea
that,
ready to
bro?
make an improved bid to Brighton to sign Caicedo after the first offers rejected. Now Chelsea want to increase the amount of the last Arsenal offer, which was refused by Brighton
Lewis.
as well.
Lewis, click his Avi. I want to see if it's shady or not. Click his Avi. Nah, he looks shady as fuck, bro. I don't believe him, man. I don't trust him, man.
You were
He doesn't
gonna
look
say
like a
that was
trustworthy
not
Based off his
source
appearance.
anyway.
Calcio Mercato expert.
By the way,
Italian source.
I don't know.
I watched.
How would you know, man?
I watched what's his name, defender that Chelsea has on loan on Brighton. Colwell. Gee, that kid something special. The defender is something
It'll be
special.
worth bringing back to the bridge next season. Potter obviously trusted him, brought him in.
I think it's something special. I just now I've never. Why I'm not Pokudoku. I don't go. Damn, the kid has something. He caught my eye. I tell you that.
See something in it. Love to see it. But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream here anyway. We've been going for about nearly 2.5 hours. We will be back again, 12:30. It'll be the Royal Rumble Drinking Games live stream. So check that out, people. And yeah, see you lot later tonight. Big up, everybody. Like, subscribe, and as always, trust the project.